Absolutely.
Establish some type of tempo and get that game get going, see some success early through it first downs, be it putting score points on the board, and have some success there. I think that would go a long way towards determining, tonight's outcome. Because if you don't score, you don't win.
Absolutely.
Well,
I think that you're absolutely right. You said it all. I mean, for them to get this thing going, it's a momentum thing. So we'll see who has Old Mo with them here. And it should start out with lots of energy, and let's hope they can continue that energy throughout the game. And it should be a good one.
Yeah, so tonight's game has been deemed the Southside Classic, but as I dug a little deeper into with the coaches are calling this the Southside Showdown, featuring both teams here on the south side of Oklahoma City for bragging rights going forward. We do know that next week U.S. Grant faces Southeast to determine the overall winner. So Capitol Hill's kind of sitting themselves in the position of spoiler. They win tonight after losing last week to Southeast.
Yes.
And then Grant goes out next week and beats Southeast. We got a three-way tie for the bragging rights of the South Side.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we've got champions galore.
Well, I know that the other side of the ball, they're definitely looking for that three-way sweep if they can. And it should make for quite an interesting game. But like you said, bragging rights, they're everything. They last forever.
No doubt. I mean, 20 years from now, these kids get together, no matter what their seasons are, they'll be able to say, yeah, we may not have fared so well,
right,
but we beat you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's all we got. That's all we're going to worry about right there. So looking out on the field, the sun's starting to set here a little bit in the west. The homestands are starting to fill up a little bit. There's charcoal in the air. It's definitely Oklahoma City football in the state of Oklahoma, Class 6A football at its best here for the Southside bragging rights, of course. As we look ahead for Capitol Hill, they face Northwest Classen next week in a non-district match, and they're looking to continue with some success there.
Yes.
Week 3 and 3 weeks, first 3 weeks, including week 0, of course,
yeah,
and now the first 3 weeks are non-conference games. So those are the times where your coaches can fill out their teams to see where they are. So look before they start going into that predetermined schedule. And as we look ahead for both of these teams, it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're right about that. I mean, if you're looking at some of the things that's going on, Capitol Hill is starting freshmen on both sides of the ball, and they're looking to change their culture, so they're going to do this thing one day at a time, one play at a time. I'm sure.
Right.
Looking at their motto here, they're looking for some discipline, some attitude, and some toughness. So that'll lead a long way into these first 3 games, like you said, to see exactly what they have and work with that. And on the other side of the ball, they have some key injuries. Kids on the fence, and there are 46 players out. So they're all, like you said, trying to get a good feel for this first 3 weeks here before they go into district play, and hopefully they'll have some success and be able to make the adjustments they need to make.
Absolutely. And talking to Coach Sizemore before the game, he said that he's got 55 kids out for Capitol Hill for this year. That's up from 22 players last year. So he's more than doubled his production or his team roster from last year. Of course, we've got some young players, he's saying, featuring some freshmen, looking for them to grow up well. He doesn't want to shoot himself in the foot. He wants to be able to eliminate those penalties, take care of the ball. They want to tackle well,
right,
and then they want to play clean, and that is an instant success for victory,
yes,
in and of itself, regardless of what the scoreboard reads. But if we can look forward to that and have some positive things to go on, as I look at the game, I see that the team that scores first, it's gonna feel better about themselves after coming out from last week's shutout.
Oh yeah.
So we have that success there. How do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
I agree 100%. I mean, it's just an ultimate confidence booster, and like earlier said, momentum is the key for these teams, and they need everything positive to look forward to. So you're absolutely right. To where whoever scores first is going to be able to pin their ears back a little bit, bring some pressure. Both teams are probably pretty evenly matched, so that's going to be a big confidence booster to score first, or even if and on the other side of that, whoever can stop the other team first. I mean, there's all kind of keys to momentum out here, and whether it's a score first or whether it's a drive, there'll be some confidence boosters for both sides of the ball.
Absolutely, and visiting with both coaches, We found out that they want to eliminate those penalties. They want to have some success, instant success right there. As we look out on the field, we see the captains are lining up for the pregame toss for the Capitol Hill Redskins, number 32 and number 7. Number 32 is
Number 32 is Elias Sudri, and number 7 is Nasheed Flowers.
that's the one that U.S. Grant's talking about for the Generals. Number 12, number 75, number 3, and number 8. Number 12 is Frank Watson. Number 75 is Alexis Hernandez. Number 3 is Diego Valdez, who's a starting quarterback. And number 8 is Andre Martin. As they meet here at the toss at the center of the field, we'll stand by and see what happens here. But as we do that, let's take a break. Our game tonight, you're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after these messages.
More football presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony.
Check that Kelvin Thomas. We would like to thank all alumni for being here tonight.
Buying a home seems like a complicated process, but you say it's simple.
Yes, D. Chappelle, it is simple. There's a process from start to finish, and all you have to do is follow the steps.
Okay, Rod, if people have questions about the refinancing or the home buying process, how can they reach
Tonight's game
You
pits
can reach me
the
on my team at rodsea.com. That's
General
RODSEE.com or
U.S. Grant
405-266-53.
against your Capitol Hill Red Bulls.
Subject to credit approval. NMLS ID number 246924. Company NMLS ID number 2611. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is your daily Black Health 365 moment. There are so many benefits to moving your body every day. According to research,
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats as the Capitol Hill Alumni Concert Choir in honor of Ozzy Osbourne sings our national anthem.
join the fight for a healthier you and a healthier community.
baseball, basketball,
football, presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony.
And we're back inside of CB Spiegel Stadium, going on right now, the national anthem as we honor America. Tonight's game is sponsored by SSM Health St. Anthony's. Let the orthopedic experts at SSM Health and Bone and Joint Hospital help people getting moving again. Call for an appointment today at 405-218-2530. That's 405-218-2530. Our game tonight also sponsored by Metro Technology Centers. Metro Technology Centers offers a great courses and programs that allow you to have a great career. Learn more at metrotech.edu. That's metrotech.edu.
And tonight's first down sponsor is Big O's Pork and Dreams. Big O Pork and Dreams is the best barbecue in Oklahoma City. If you haven't had the famous Fat Butt Spud, then you haven't lived. And Life at Big O's Pork and Dreams has 2 locations to serve you, with a location in Edmond and Midwest City. Tell Big O that we sent you.
So, Max, have you had one of those Big O
I haven't
potatoes?
yet, man. I was overseas when I kept hearing about it last year, so I'm jonesing to get to it, believe me.
Life changers. So while we were away, we had the coin toss, and as true to form, Coach Levacy told me that if he won the toss, he was going to receive the ball, and Grant did win the toss. They're going to receive the ball and defend the East. They'll be moving from right to left on your radio as we get ready to go into tonight's action. Again, our sponsors for tonight's game are SSM Health and Metro Technology Centers. Halftime this evening is sponsored by Langston University. And our first down sponsor, of course, is Big O Pork and Dreams. Our co-sponsor, another sponsor here is for a scoring recap is A-Plus Lawn Service and owner Milo Wilson. And so we look forward to, we want to thank all those sponsors for contributing to tonight's broadcast.
The player of the game will also be sponsored by Big O Pork and Dreams.
Yep.
And Super Prep. And our, ground sponsors of the players of the game. So that's a good deal. Hey, I also noticed too, man, the weather is like perfect. I mean, we're talking 82 degrees right now, and it's probably going to be about 80 degrees, 78 degrees here within an hour, and no wind. It's a perfect conditions for this game. So there's no weather advantage for anybody at this point.
You know, they say, like in Oklahoma, if you don't like the weather, just stick around. Hey, tonight's officials are certified by the Oklahoma Secondary Activities Association and sponsored or assigned by the Metro Officials Association. Tonight's referee is Dwayne Foss. The umpire is Jonathan Jackson. The back judge is Jimmy Jones. The line judge is Deshaun Buford. And the head linesman is Kelvin Thomas. We want to take this opportunity to thank our officials for all they do for sports and officiating, as officials make sports official.
Absolutely.
So we're just about ready. All the pregame hype is over with. We've done all the woofing we can do. That's to borrow upon a phrase there with the Red Wolves. We've talked about it. Now it's time to put it on.
It's time to do it.
It's time to strap them on and get on. We're ready for some high school football right here in Oklahoma City.
Absolutely.
A 6A contest right here at CB Spiegel Stadium for the Southside Classic, featuring the Red Wolves of Capitol Hill and the U.S. Grant Generals. The Generals are lining up to receive the ball. Back deep, number 7 for the Generals is Juan Morales. We're waiting the lineup for the kicking team for the Red Wolves. And I think we've got this whole thing lined up backwards, because in the pregame they were lining up on the other end. We're supposed to be moving right to left. They're lining up to go left to right. The officials just figured that deal out, and we're going to send them. They're going to be kicking and receiving with the sun in their face.
Yes,
that could be difficult. So we'll look and see how that exchange goes and how things happen as a result of that selection. Of course, Capitol Hill will have the second half option, and I'm sure they're going to receive the ball. At least I would.
Yeah, I'm sure they should. Well, you see, they just changed sides of the field here, so there was a little bit of confusion over there.
Well, I will say the officials were not confused. The referee was standing in the right position on the goal line.
Right.
And the receiving team just went to the wrong way. Hope that's not indicative of how things are going to go here tonight.
No, let's hope that's not a sign of things to come, but I'm sure the coaches will be all over that one.
Right.
If that's the only faux pas they have, then this is going to be one heck of a game.
Well, if we can keep it clean that way, I think we've got something going here. Our kicker's out. He's got the ball teed up. The officials have signaled that we got 11 on both sides. They're coming to the sideline. Number 35, the kicker for the Red Wolves, is not listed in our program. So we're just going to call him number 35. He's lined the ball up, teed the ball up at the 40-yard line. He's waiting for the referee to give the signal. Referee Dwayne Foss. There's the kick. It's a pooch kick, and it's taken up near the 50-yard line by number 33 for the Generals, Cesar Bernardi. He falls on it there at the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Generals at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great heads-up play by number 33 there. So they were starting in great field position. Let's see how this thing goes.
Yeah, a little trickeration early, if you will, for the Red Wolves, try to catch the Generals off guard, and they were up to the task.
Well, that's good to see. So here we go as the offense comes on and takes the field here.
Diego Valdez, the quarterback, sophomore quarterback number 3 for the Generals. He's going under center in a sugar huddle kind of formation there, backed up. He's going under center. Traditional snap to the – well, now he's backing up to a gun formation, single back, twins up at top and bottom.
Oh.
There's an errant snap. He gets it. He's scrambling deep in the backfield. He's going to lose yards there. Tackled by number 32 of the Red Wolves.
Yeah, it looks like a loss of about 16 yards on that play right there. A bad snap, probably a little miscommunication, maybe just pregame jitters.
Little pregame jitters, kind of like we had here earlier.
Absolutely.
Elias Soldry, the tackle there for the Red Wolves, brings up 2nd down and a whole bunch. Number 3, the quarterback. Diego's getting signals in from the coach there. He's all ready to go, barking out signals to his linemen. And again, he's going to go back in the shotgun formation, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, single back set. Sends a man in motion. The ball again gets away from the quarterback. He falls on it this time at about the 21-yard line, 22-yard line. Not a good sign right now for the Generals as they're going backwards on two separate plays.
Yeah, that's another substantial loss there. They'll probably do some. They'll fix that, I'm sure, by the time they get another opportunity here. Let's hope they can do something positive with this. But that's a long haul right there.
3rd and a bunch upcoming for the U.S. Grant Generals. Again, the quarterback Valdez backs up into the shotgun formation, sends a man in motion. This time a clean snap, takes it to the up back. He's met in the backfield, tackled for a loss. A gang of Red Wolves there, led by number 53 Martinez.
Yes.
In on the sack or the stop in the backfield for another loss of play. Brings up 4th down. The punt team comes out for the Generals. Deep snapper and punter looks to be like number 25 to me. Xavier Wilson in punt formation. Back deep for the Red Wolves. We're looking to get a number here.
Number 19, but I don't see him on the roster.
Number 19 not on the roster again, so we apologize for not being able to get that out. The punt's off in the air. Number 19 comes up. He catches the ball and met immediately there by number 85.
Yes.
Samuel Aguirre. A nice tackle there for no gain.
Well, that was a heads-up awareness there by number 85 there. He got downfield in a hurry. It was a heck of a punt. Actually, a very good punt.
Yeah, nice spiraling punt, high in the air, the one kind you want so you don't have to kick your coverage. Coverage guy gets down, makes a tackle, makes the punter look good there. So here we are now. The Red Wolves will take this 1st down. The quarterback for the Red Wolves, number 13, Sergio Loreto. He's in a 2-back set in a shotgun formation, 2 to the bottom of the screen or the field, 1 to the top. A clean snap, hands off there in the backfield. He's met immediately there in the backfield and sacked again, tackled for a loss. Big number 5 for the Generals, Naquan Carter. Naquan Carter, as I talked to Coach Levacy, he was looking for him to have a great game tonight, and he doesn't disappoint. He comes out first play, first tackle for a loss of about 8 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd down and about 18 for the Red Wolves.
Yeah, they're going to have to pick him up. That was some pretty simple penetration he had there. That's a good look, though.
Yeah, nice defensive stand. Again, quarterback into the game, number 13, Sergio Loreto, calls for the snap. The snap is clean, throws a quick pass out to the flats. That pass bounces in, incomplete. 3rd down upcoming for the Red Wolves. No gain on the play, incomplete pass.
Well, that's another long 3rd down coming up here. Looks like it's about 3rd and 20.
3rd down, 20 coming up. About 20 yards come up. Again, they're in the deep set formation, single back, twins top and twins bottom. As I look out of the screen, twins left, twins right. How about that?
Absolutely.
Looks like we got a cover 2 defense here I guess we're playing stick management for the Generals, right?
I believe so. They're at least covering the sticks.
Snap is clean. Swing pass. Oh, that pass is almost intercepted.
Oh, my.
Bobbled by number 5. That man that we've been talking about, Naquan Carter.
Yes.
He almost had a pick 6, but he dropped the ball.
I think he took his eyes off it just a little bit, but he was excited to go, and it was a heck of a play. Just didn't complete it.
The only thing in front of him was the shadow of the goalpost headed into the west. That brings up a 4th down situation. It looked like we're going to set up for the punt, maybe change of personnel. We're looking to see here, same quarterback, same numbers in. We've got trips to the left, singles back to the right. Quarterback rolls out. It's going to be a rugby punt. He punts the ball deep towards the visiting sideline. It bounces there, takes a Capitol Hill roll. It's going to roll dead around into the 20-yard line, where the Red Wolves will take over possession there. So we've had 2 possessions, one by each team, and both went the wrong way.
Well, both teams are getting those jitters out early.
Right. You know, coming into this game, you know, they had high expectations to not shoot themselves in the foot. Right now, we've got offenses going backwards, and the defenses are shining.
Well, they didn't want any penalties, so they don't have those right now.
Right.
So they can correct this.
Yeah. Once we get settled in here, everything slows down a little bit. The game, I imagine, is moving pretty fast for these guys, and you know they're looking across the line of scrimmage, and they see friends that they've known for lifetimes. As these coaches look across the field, they've got folks that they've coached with on both sides of the field, and so these teams know each other real well. Immediately, we see that the Grant again, the quarterback is up under center, backs out into a single back set. Twins left and right, calls for the snap. There's a clean snap, a handoff to number 8 around the middle. He's got room. He's running, still on his feet, out to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of about 20 yards on the play. Number 8, the running back, Andre Martin for the Generals. That picks up a 1st down for the Generals.
That is a Big O's Pork and Dreams for 1st down.
A Big O's Pork and Dreams 1st down.
Yes.
For the Generals. 8 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 1st down at the 40-yard line for the Generals. Again, the quarterback, number 3, Diego Valdez, gives a signal, backs up to a single back set. Twins to the top, left and right. Calls for the snap. And the snap is clean. Again, hands off to number 8, his running back. He's met there in the backfield by a host of Red Wolves, led by number 77, who is not in our program.
Well, these are the unknowns, man. But, you know, they ran through the A-gap beautifully last time, and this time it was snuffed out.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 coming. No gain on the play. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Generals. They're looking to the sideline now for the play from the coach. He's signaling in. The quarterback goes up and communicates to his line. Again, he walks up, talks it out to them, backs up into the shotgun formation, same formation. Twins left and right, single back set. Quarterback eyes over the defense. It looks like a cover 2 defense. Drops back in the backfield, throws a pass out to the right flat. It's caught there and met immediately by number 12 of the Red Wolves, Cesar Ramirez. That pass is complete to number 11 of the Generals, Raymond Hayes. Pick up about 5.5, 6 yards on the play. Brings up a manageable 3rd down, 3rd and about 4, 5. Depends on who's calling it.
Absolutely.
And since we're calling it, we're going to call it 3rd down and 5. How about that?
It is 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 upcoming for the Generals. Same personnel package in for the Generals. A cover 2 look for the defense. Valdez is up, communicating again with the line of scrimmage to his players. Backs into a shotgun formation, single back set. Calls for the snap. It's a clean snap. Looks out to the flat. Throws the pass just over the receiver's head. Number 8, the intended receiver, Andre Martin, incomplete. Brings up 4th down and about 5. 7 minutes, 1 second remaining in the first quarter of play here at CB Spiegel Stadium.
That was a tough incompletion there. They kind of slowed their own momentum down after moving up the field methodically, but hopefully they'll get something good out of it when they go to the sidelines and talk it over.
All right, definitely had positive impact from this previous possession till now. We did move the ball. We did go the direction we were intended to go. The punter in again for the Generals. Number 85, Samuel Aguirre. It's a low punt, bouncing end-over-end punt over the head of the intended receiver there. He picks it up at the 10-yard line and stops right there. He's hit, and we've got some extracurricular activity going, as I guess the play had not been blown dead yet, but the receiver just stopped, and the defense didn't.
I believe he was thinking that it was a possession situation where because it was bouncing, but I mean, I don't know if he knew that he needed to call fair catch or what, but it looked like a little bit of miscommunication there, misunderstanding.
Yeah,
and he paid the price for that one.
Yeah, I didn't see him give a fair catch signal or any of that, but he's nonetheless, the ball's blown dead inside the 10-yard line. With the shadow of the goalpost to their back, they're going to take the ball at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Red Wolves, deep in their own territory at the 8-yard line.
Here we go with the they're playing cover 2. It looks like they have split. Wow, nice play as he's running forward here. He's at the 20, 30.
Number 7 has the ball.
40.
He's still streaking down the near sideline. He's at the 40. He's still headed. Nothing but goalposts in front of him. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown,
Nobody's
Red Wolves. A 92-yard run on the play.
No flags on the field. Very clean play.
A clean play. That man that the Generals talked about, number 7, Nasheed Flowers, takes the ball from his quarterback, Sergio Loreto, goes 92 yards up the Redskins sideline for pay dirt. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
That was an outstanding vision by Nasheed there as he went through the A gap and pivoted hard and came out towards the sideline and saw nothing but daylight and took advantage of it. Great speed and it just ran off with it. It was a wonderful touchdown.
Right as we come back into the play, number 8, Treshawn Goosby's the holder, looking for a T. The number 13, the quarterback, is the kicker as well. Sergio Loreto. We got some fancy footwork going on here as we're split wide to the left and the right, center and a single back and the quarterback. The direct snap to the quarterback. He throws out to the right flat to number 8. Number 5. He's met there, shakes off one tackle, number 11, but he refuses to go down, and number 11 refuses to go over. After all that's said and done, the extra point attempt is no good.
Yeah, he was met by a bevy of U.S. Grant players there. That good of them to sniff that out.
So with 6 minutes 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the U.S. Capitol Hill Redskins take the early lead 6-0. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Life doesn't wait when you're experiencing bone or joint pain. So if there's
And we're back inside the press box. We've been updated. Grant wanted to score first. Obviously, that didn't happen. Now, how do you respond? You've been hit in the mouth. You know, Mike Tyson said everybody has a game plan until you get hit in the mouth. So now what do you do?
Well, they're just going to have to toughen up, and I mean they came out with the right attitude. So I expect them to pick it up, pick their energy up.
That's like my mother used to tell me: if somebody hits you, you hit them back. Let's see if they're going to do that.
Let's look and see.
All right. Go. So here we go. Back here inside the CB Spiegel Stadium. Again, at quarterback, number 3, Valdez. Again, Twins left and right. Single back set, takes a snap. It's a clean snap, hands off to number 8. It's almost like number 20 of the Red Wolves knew the play because he's in the backfield just as soon as the handoff there. Carlos Ancinado is the defender there. That's a loss on the play of about 5 yards. It'll bring up second down, 15.
Well, that's a loss they really didn't need, but let's hope they can pick this up and pick up some momentum here. They're struggling just a little bit on offense, but I still think they'll have an opportunity to get together.
I know that. We've got a lot of time left. 5 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's second down, 15 for the Generals upcoming. Number 3, the quarterback, Valdez, swings out right, throws a pass over the middle to number 5. He catches it there at the 42-yard line, down inside the 45-yard line. He's tackled there after a nice gain on the play. Picking up a first down for the Generals.
Was it Raphael Johnson that caught that? Absolutely.
Raphael Johnson, who's the
wide receiver
there. A nice play, pitch and catch, good for about 15 yards. That's a success we were talking about, having immediate success coming.
And the quarterback had some really good protection there. The line held up really well and gave him the time to throw the ball cleanly right there.
There you go. As we come back, 5:23 remaining in the first quarter. Again, same formation, Twins left and right, single back set. The quarterback scrambles out to his left, throws a pass again, caught by number 5. He's carrying several of the Red Wolves with him after a short gain. Pick up about 5 on the play. Caught there and stopped there by a host of Red Wolves. Nice tackling on the play. It's one of the keys to the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still a nice pickup, though. There's the 3 yards in a cloud of dust, keeping the defense honest there. One heck of a play. Let's see if we can continue the momentum.
There we go. Back
second
in.
Down and 7. Right?
Second and 7. Any positive yards is good on the first down play. Second down 7 upcoming for the Generals. Again, Valdez, the quarterback for the Generals. Single back set, Twins left and right. Shotgun formation. The snap is clean. Pass intended for number 11 just off his fingertips. Nearly intercepted there by number 12, Cesar Ramirez. The intended receiver, number 11, Raymond Hayes, just through his hands. Going to bring up a third down.
I think Raymond was seeing all that open field in front of him and kind of maybe took his eyes a little bit off the ball. If he brings that in, he's running for just a little bit there. He one guy to beat.
A lot of field in between him and the defender if he'd have caught that. However, as it stands, it's third down and about 7 upcoming. Same set, same formation, single back set. Valdez in the gun formation calling. There's a stoppage of play. Timeout on the play called by the Red Wolves. 4 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score is the Capitol Hill Red Wolves 6, the U.S. Grant Generals. This timeout is brought to you by Big O's Pork. No, check that. Timeout sponsor is our title sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony's Metro Tech. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break. And we're back on a Friday night inside of the CB Spiegel Stadium. Dwayne Doolittle, your play-by-play, and Mr. Max, your color analyst. We just call ourselves Do and Max.
That's it. Do the Max.
Do the Max.
Max to the do. There we go.
Third down and 7 upcoming for the Generals out of the timeout. Valdez at quarterback, single back set, trips to the top or to the right, single back to the right. Pass thrown out to the flat to number 11. It's complete there. He catches it in and runs out.
Just beyond the sticks.
Beyond the sticks. We're going to move the sticks. There'll be a first down for the Generals.
Big O's Pork and Dreams first down.
Another Big O's Pork and Dreams. I mean, I think I know what I'm going to do after the game tonight. I got a Big O's potato on my mind. That pass complete to number 11, Raymond Hayes, is good for a first down inside the 35-yard line of the Red Wolves. That's where the Generals set up shop. First and 10, Valdez at quarterback. Again, same formation, same set, Twins left and right, single back. Backs out, calls for the snap, sends his back in motion to the left, throws swing pass out to the back in the flats. He's met there by number 1, Small guy holds on, though, and flexes to his teammates. At number 1, Kendrian Barkus, a loss on the play of about 5 yards.
Yeah, that was a good read and reaction right there. I mean, you kind of could see the running back drifting out. It was actually a lateral, so it's a good thing he caught that ball, but that was a heck of a play there.
Nice defensive play by number 1 there. He's a small piece of leather, but he's well put together.
Yeah, loss of 5. Though.
Yeah, loss of 5 on the play. 4th down upcoming for the Generals. 4th and about 14 to go. Correction, we're moving. We've got all kinds of stuff going on the sideline. We've broken a
I think it's 3rd down.
Down marker.
Yes.
And we're not real clear where we're going to go. Pass is complete to number 11 and through the flat. He's still running on his feet. He makes one man to beat. He's to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Generals.
Turn the burners on that time. That was one heck of a run.
A 39-yard strike from Valdez to the receiver, Hayes. He outran the secondary and the defense, finding his way all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Generals.
A simple slant he turned into a masterful run. He's got great vision and speed. The jets he turned on just separated himself from everybody. So he saw nothing but pay dirt there. Heck of a run.
3 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Is the
traditional extra point here.
Extra point coming up. Number 25 is the kicker, Brian Cano. The snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Absolutely.
The officials throw their hands up to the air. So we've got a lead change with 3 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Generals strike back, take a 7-6 lead over the Capitol Hill Red Wolves.
Well, I know they said they wanted to score first, but they'll take this here. They're going off with a lead. It's a 1-point lead, and it's critical.
All day, every day. Hey, you're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Wasn't it? And we're back inside of CB Spiegel Stadium. Dwayne Doolittle, Mr. Max, your host tonight for tonight's High School Game of the Week. An All-City Athletic Conference inter-conference battle here tonight.
Yes.
Pack the stands for the Red Wolves. A nice crowd on the visiting side also. They've got banners and things up. Making this the feel of a big-time game, something like OU Texas, huh?
It's almost there.
Maybe Dallas Cowboys Buccaneers?
I would say so.
Hey, this is their version of it.
Hey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Technology Centers. As we get back to the field, number 35, the kicker for the U.S. Grant Generals, that number 35 is not listed in our program, so I don't have his information. Correct that. Goolsby is the sophomore kicker for the Generals. Back deep, 2 men deep for the Red Wolves. As the General waits for the officials to give the signal, there's the whistle, and then we're waiting the upcoming kick. Kick at the 40-yard line. He travels deep into the end zone. A nice kick. Bounces at the 2 and skirts into the end zone for a touchback. There's a lot of extracurricular activity going on out midfield.
Well, both teams are fired up right now. I will have to say both sides of the ball or both sides of the field, the coaches wanted no penalties, and we don't have him. Just notice that.
Max, I think you just jinxed us, man. We just said it. No flags on the play. The officials are doing a good job of coaching them up and letting them play through these things, and they're executing.
Well, the coaches are having some success with that.
Yeah, some of the keys to the game.
Yes.
Play clean, eliminate the penalties. That came from both coaches, and so far we're doing that. Number 13 at quarterback, Sergio Loreto is the quarterback for the Red Wolves. He comes out in a single back set, twins left and right. Shotgun formation.
Zone. Yes.
Hands the ball to his back. Number 7, he bounces off several defenders up near the line of scrimmage. Minimal gain on the play.
Yeah, just getting back to the line of scrimmage. That was a tough run, but they're looking for him.
Yeah,
like you said.
Number 7, Nasheed Flowers, One of the keys to the game for the coach, shut down Flowers. They got him that time for no gain on the play. Second down, 10 upcoming for the Red Wolves. 3 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. 7-6 is the score. The Generals lead by 1. Loretto, the quarterback, calls for the snap. Back swings out of the backfield. Number 7 catches the pass there. Makes one tackler miss. Out. Picks up a minimal gain on the play. Pick up about 1 and 1.5, 2 yards on the play. Swing pass out of the backfield.
That's a nice play there to kind of loosen up the defense a little bit. They were starting to settle in the box looking for Nasheed. So that was a nice play, but it was also a good tackling out there. They only allowed him to get a few yards. Well, actually get back to the original line of scrimmage. Third
down, 9 upcoming for the Red Wolves. Players looking to the sideline for the play from the coaching staff. Defense making some adjustments as well. Everybody's looking down at their wristbands. Quarterback again settles in. Twins left and right. Single back set. Quarterback shotgun formation. Calls for the snap. Snap is clean. Backfield swings out of the back. Swings out of the backfield. Throws it to the up man, number 32 on the completion. Tried to fool him there.
Yeah, the linebacker stayed at home and really snuffed that out. It looked like it could have gone some distance, but it was definitely sniffed out there by the linebacker.
Elias Sultry, the receiver there, pick up about 4. Fourth down and about 6 upcoming for the Red Wolves. Some decisions to be made. You know, the advantage of having a punter that's a quarterback or the quarterback that's a punter, the defense has to stay on their toes.
Yes, they do. As you see, nobody is really deep.
Nope, nobody deep to receive. We got single back set, cover 1 defense, looks like. The quarterback calls for the pass, the snap, single back set. Rugby style kick, he punts the ball, left-footed punter. Ball bounces about the 44-yard line, rolls into the
Taking a serious Capitol Hill bounce there.
Yeah, rolls deep to the opposite, near the opposite 40-yard line, 42 at the 42-yard line there. That's where the Generals will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Well, and we're starting to play under the lights as the sun is setting, and it's going to make a little bit of a difference. But here we go. We've got Friday Night Lights.
Hey, Friday Night Lights. We're sitting here in the newly renovated C.B. Spiegel Stadium. This renovation brought by the Field of Dreams. As we look out, we see Devon Tower in the northern skies and the sun setting in the west. We've got fans settling in their seats. You and I are settling into these roles. I think the jitters are starting to, man, we're back, bouncing this thing back and forth. Man, I think this is, almost like Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Pat Summerall, and some of the.
I would say I'm right there with you. Absolutely. That's the way we got to go.
Yeah, I hope we don't jinx ourselves.
No, we won't.
Okay, let's just keep this thing going. So the Generals are out the quarterback's out, number 13, the quarterback for the Generals.
He looks over the line and everything, pre-snap read, backing up there.
Single back set. Oh, well, there we go. We've got our first flag of the night. Looks like the defense got a little anxious, and the referee confirms that. Offsides is the penalty called against the defense. That'll move them 5 yards. 1st and 5 yards to go for the Generals upcoming at the 47.5-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to play a little bit into their halftime talk about discipline there, since they're trying to change the culture a little bit.
Right, number 3, Valdez is the quarterback. I misspoke a moment ago, said number 13. Number 3, Valdez in shotgun formation, single back set. Scrambles out to his right, throws a pass out to the right flat. His receiver catches it there. Number 10 is the receiver. Dances around, picks up about 4 yards on the play. Number 10, Darian Davis Jr., a sophomore wide receiver for the Generals on that completion. Brings up 2nd down and short.
Yeah, it looks like it's about a strong 2, if that. No, that's almost, that's maybe 1.
2nd down, 1 upcoming. Nasheed Flowers, number 7 on the stop for the Red Wolves. 2nd down and short. With this short field here, why not take a shot to the end zone?
I agree. I mean, loosen things up a little bit. The defense is playing awfully tight. You got the safeties in just 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Swing pass thrown out to the flat, into the backfield, a loss on the play. Complete to number 8, Andre Martin, a junior running back, loses yards on the play on a backwards pass.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to see the strategy there. That's something we'll just have to see how it plays out there. I was with you there. I think they should have gone something, thrown something a little deeper, see if they could loosen the defense up a little bit. They're playing really, 10 yards off the ball?
13 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The quarterback is under center. I don't know if we're going to get a playoff or not here. We got clock is ticking down. There's the snap. The quarterback takes a snap, throws out to the right flat. Pass is incomplete, broken up there nicely by number 32 of the Red Wolves.
Nicely defended.
Elias Saldry.
Yes. He met the ball and the player at the same time.
Nice defensive play there. So that's the end of the first quarter. The score of the U.S. Grant Generals 7, Capitol Hill Red Wolves 6. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
And we're back at the High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game is sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's. Let the orthopedic experts at SSM Health and Bone and Joint Hospital help people get moving again. Call for an appointment today, 405-218-2530. That's 405-218-2530.
And it's also sponsored by our other sponsor, Metro Technology Centers. Metro Technology Centers offers great courses and programs to allow you to have a great career. Learn more at metrotech.edu. That's metrotech.edu.
Our tonight's sponsors, we thank our sponsors tonight. As we come back to start the second quarter of action, the ball is placed right at the 50-yard line with 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. The U.S. Grant Generals lead 7-6 over the Capitol Hill Red Wolves. Generals again on offense. Fourth down upcoming, fourth and about 2. Twins left and right in a nasty formation, tight end. Quarterback takes a snap, throws the ball out to the flats. Pass is incomplete there. Intended for number 11, Hayes. Incomplete. The defense bows, but they don't break, and that's where the Red Wolves will take over at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, you know, they had an opportunity there. The quarterback was a little bit anxious and threw the ball just a little bit high, and the wide receiver just couldn't get it. He tried his best, but it just little nerves still.
Yeah, a three-step drop with happy feet. That's going to lead to an incompletion just about every time.
Yes, it will.
A good defense stand there by the Red Wolves. They take over here at the 50-yard line with short field or half the field to go.
And moving right to left.
Moving right to left on your radio.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's the penultimate right there. So now as I'm looking at my radio, I know exactly which way they're going. The quarterback in shotgun formation, two twins left and right, hands off to the back, single back in the backfield. Number 7, that man, Flowers. The ball comes out as he crosses near the 40-yard line. The officials haven't given an indication yet, but the Red Wolves are jumping up and down. We still don't have an indication as to whose ball it is, but the Red Wolves are saying it's their ball. We're just looking for confirmation from the referee crew, and there it is. The white hat puts his hand in the air and points to the east. It's going to be first down for the Generals at that point near the 41-yard line after the turnover by Flowers.
Well, that's the success that the coaches were talking about. They wanted to stop this guy. I mean, this Nasheed is definitely a dangerous player out here, but that was a very successful defensive stand right there, and they needed that.
Yeah, Nasheed earlier went 92 yards on the handoff, and this time he picks up a nice game but leaves the football behind and turns the ball over to the Generals, who set up shop at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for them there.
Well, he's a tough running back. I mean, he likes to contact, and that time he just didn't they were able to jar it from him, so he's got to secure the ball a little bit, and I'm sure we'll see that man later.
I'm sure we're not done with him. 11:46 remaining in the first half of play. Generals football, 1st and 10. The quarterback dancing around, calls his own number. Number 6 is the quarterback. There's a flag on the play, tackled there by number 44 of the Red Wolves.
That looked like that might have been somewhere in the neighborhood of face mask or horse collar or something. That looked pretty dangerous.
Yeah, turned him all the way around. That flag thrown by the umpire, and generally the umpire doesn't throw many flags. We're waiting for the indication from the referee. Personal foul. Face mask is the penalty, or the call against the Red Wolves. That'll be 15 yards marked off from the end of the run.
Yes.
And it'll be a first down. Not an automatic first down in high school football, but just a first down because they made the line of game.
Yes, and that's a first down is sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams, and that is a Pork and Dreams first down.
2 locations to serve you.
That is correct.
1st and 10 upcoming for the Generals at the 44-yard line. Number 6, the quarterback for the Generals, Jameer Martin, a freshman into the game. Correction, it's number 6. He throws a pass incomplete, intended for number 11, Flowers Hayes. That's incomplete pass. Number 6 is Martin, the quarterback for the Generals.
Well, that was I don't think he caught that. That's a second down, and it's still at the first down marker there.
Yeah, no incomplete pass on the play. We've had a quarterback change here. Number 6, freshman quarterback Jameer Martin in for the Generals at quarterback. Twins left and right, single back set, quarterback in the shotgun formation, calls for it, looks out to his left, throws a pass into the flat. It's bobbled and caught there, and for a minimal gain, there's a flag in the backfield, which usually indicates that's going to be a penalty on the quarterback, personal foul, roughing. But in this instance,
it's a holding.
It's a holding penalty against the offense. It was a late flag thrown by the referee in and around the quarterback. Usually the indication that it's a personal foul, but in this case it was a holding penalty against the offense.
Well, it looks like Capitol Hill was able to get some penetration there with their one guy coming in, and kind of made them rush the play a little bit, and they had to protect the quarterback. So
disruption on the play there. That 10-yard penalty is marked off from the previous spot. However, the foul was in the backfield, so it brings up second down and about 20 yards to go for the Generals. Generals headed in the wrong direction on this offensive possession.
Especially after that great play they had earlier.
Back near the original line of scrimmage where the turnover occurred, again, the quarterback in the backfield throws a pass out to the flat. There's a flag on the play. Number 8 is the receiver, Andre Martin, that completion there. Flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. Minimal gain on the play. Awaiting the signal from the referee on this play. Holding, again, is the preliminary signal against the Generals.
It looks like they're going to back them up. So talking a 30-yard.
Yeah, the umpire sets the ball down about the 35-yard line. It's going to be second down and a whole lot.
At about 30.
Yeah, 11 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score 7-6. U.S. Generals lead over the Red Wolves. Generals going in the wrong direction right now. Second down and a lot of territory to cover there. The quarterback again in the pocket, rolls out. He's looking, tucks the ball down, takes off, runs, calls his own number here out to the flat there. A gang of Red Wolves meet him there after a short gain on the play.
That was a heck of a play by him there. I guess he was looking downfield trying to see if his wide receivers would open up, but the coverage was too good, so he got what he took what they gave him.
Yeah, late making the decision to tuck the ball and run after the great defensive play by the secondary of the Red Wolves. Probably could have got some more out of that if he just made
Turn
a decision.
the burners on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He looks pretty fast from up here, but everybody looks fast from up here for me. Third down upcoming for the Generals. Twins left and right, single back set. Quarterback sends the bottom man in motion, fakes a jet sweep, rolls out to his right, throws the ball across the middle. Wobbly pass, incomplete there. Fourth down upcoming for the Generals on that incomplete pass intended for number 10, Darion Davis Jr.
Well, I know they would have loved to have capitalized on that turnover they had there, and I think Nasheed probably feels very much relief.
Yeah, I think he's going to go by every one of his defenders and say, hey, thank you, including himself because he's out there on defense also. Back deep, number 16 for the Red Wolves to receive this punt is Jamari Starr. Jamari Starr is a senior wide receiver and DB for the Red Wolves. Awaiting the punt. The snap goes off. The punter bobbles it, but he gets the kick off.
A nice kick at that.
In the air, but it takes a Red Wolf bounce and bounces back towards where the up man picks it up. Oh.
Well, I don't believe he can.
So we've got some indecision here. The guy's still running. Number 1 picks it up, heads toward the end zone, but none of the officials are going with him. The officials are having a huddle right here at about the 45-yard line where he picked the ball up. The band is playing, and the officials are still in the huddle saying, wait a minute, coach, get back, get back, get back. So it appears as though we got a dead ball at the spot where he picked the ball up. and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves at that point. So take the touchdown back and set up shop right there at the 43-yard line.
Well, I didn't hear a whistle, and I doubt that the players heard a whistle, so that's where the confusion comes in.
A lot of indecision, but now, granted, we're here in the press box with the air conditioner blowing and a lot of folks talking, and we're streaming and everything else, so I didn't hear it, but there are a lot of times I don't hear things.
Well, we definitely – it doesn't appear that they heard anything either. But that was a heads-up play by their – what was he, number 7 there? No, not number 7.
Number 7 of the
number 1, I believe. For
the Red Wolves player.
Yes,
yeah.
the Red Wolves. There we go. The Red Wolves player, that was one heck of a
nice heads-up play.
Heads-up play. I mean, and he outran everybody.
He did. Got him all the way to the end zone. You know, the only thing shorter than my memory is my hair. And so if I don't write it down, I have a hard time remembering it. So here we are, 9 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the first half. U.S. Grant Generals still lead over the Capitol Hill Red Wolves 7-6. After the punt and run and come back, it's going to be Red Wolves ball at the 46.5-yard line. 1st and 10 for them there. Number 13, the quarterback for the Red Wolves, Sergio Loreto.
Trips down here. Yeah.
So we got trips left, single back, single receiver to the top, single back in the backfield, shotgun formation. Quarterback throws out to the little bubble. Broken up nicely there by number 2 for the Generals. Ty Ball, he tips the ball. A freshman running back linebacker there. Heads-up play by the defense there, bringing up 2nd down 10 for the Red Wolves.
That was a dangerous play, and the defense is definitely pressing and looking. They got some confidence after that fumble.
Yeah, a nice heads-up play by the freshman there. Coach Levacy indicated he would be playing some freshmen. He needed them to step up, be big, be sophomores. Don't be freshmen. Don't be afraid. Play football.
Exactly, and they're doing just that.
9:45 remaining on the clock. 2nd down 10 for the Red Wolves upcoming. Quarterback snaps. The ball gets loose from him into the backfield. He's scrambling around a bunch of Generals there, meeting him at about the 33-yard line where he's going to be sacked for a big loss on the play. 3rd down upcoming after that loss.
Looks like a loss of about almost 10 yards right there. They'll have to clean that up if they're going to capitalize on keeping the ball and scoring here.
Right, so both teams, after some success after the first possession, now, the jitters are coming back in again. And, we're almost tied up again. We got a close ball game, and, that onset of those jitters comes back in again, and we got to get that shaken off and worked out.
Yeah, looking for some momentum to pick up, and it's just a little bit rough for both teams. Both teams' defenses are showing up as the offense has got to generate some momentum.
Exactly. So we're back. Flag again on the play. The defense, looks like the defense jumped prematurely. That's the indication from the officials. Offsides on the defense. That'll move them 5 yards upfield, back closer to the stick management. Still 3rd and about 17 upcoming for the Red Wolves after the penalty.
Well, just what we talked about here, the defense is anxious. I mean, they're pinning their ears back and they want to come after it. So, that's going to happen from time to time.
No doubt. We know we got a long way to go. We'll just pin our ears back, get after the quarterback. There's the snap. The quarterback hands off to the up bag. Number 5, he's going around the right side. He's got room over there. A nice almost tackle by the Generals. He's still on his feet, heading down the sideline. He's moving folks out of the way. Looks like he steps out of bounds just short of the line to gain. A nice gain on the play of about 12.
And that's a 1st down. That's a Big O's Pork and Dreams 1st down.
It looks like the officials have marked him short.
Oh, short.
Short of the 1st down. Might have stepped out of bounds there. It's going to bring up 4th down, I believe, and short. 4th down 1 upcoming for the Red Wolves. They keep the offense on the field. Loreto is looking at his wristband and looking to the sideline for help. Twins left and right, single back set, quarterback's in the shotgun formation. The line is set, calls for the snap, and we've got flags on the play. Looks like that's going to be everybody but the center.
Well, false start. Looks like they're having a tough time communicating here on offense. They're having some successes, but to keep – I don't want to say shooting themselves in the foot, but for lack of a better analogy, they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Yeah, we go from a manageable 4th and 1 to 4th and 6. That changes up the strategy just a little bit. That offside penalty, false start penalty, looks like everybody knew what to do but the center at that point. 8 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the first half here at CB Spiegel Stadium, Oklahoma City, an all-city athletic interconference game featuring the U.S. Grant Generals and the Capitol Hill Red Wolves. 4th down 6 upcoming. Timeout taken on the field by the Red Wolf coaching staff. We'll take a break here. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
More football presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony.
And we're back at CB Spiegel Stadium. Tonight's Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. 8 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the first half here at U.S. Grant versus Capitol Hill, where the U.S. Grant Generals lead 7-6. I'm your color host and analyst, Dwayne Doolittle, and Mr. Max on the call for tonight's game.
It's a pleasure being here with me, and I'm actually enjoying this, and this is a good game.
Hey, it's been fun so far. Quarterback back in the shotgun formation, fumbles the snap, hands it off to number 7. That man around the outside edge, he's still got room to run, and running over people, runs out of bounds. There's a flag on the play after a nice gain of about 15 yards on the play. There's a flag on the play. We'll sort this thing out, see what's going on. It was in the defensive backfield. Several
like
flags.
2 flags, yes, absolutely.
I think about 3 flags on the play. Let's see what's going on here as we're looking for the white hat to clear the side of the field and give us an indication as to what's going on here. Right now he hadn't told us anything, so we're still waiting just like you. Looks like he's getting his hands together to say holding against the Red Wolves downfield after the penalty. It looks as though they're going to make the line to gain, and it will be a first down. Yep, that's the indication from the official. 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves after the 10-yard mark-off. 1st and 10 Red Wolves.
That's a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down.
Man, every time we have a first down, you got to remind me of Big O's.
I know, man.
Dreams.
I'm sorry about that, but I got to do it.
I'm going to call my guy Big O.
I got to
get my order in early because that's where I'm heading. 2 locations to serve you here in the metropolitan area, Big O Pork and Dreams, where dreams come true. After the penalty mark-off, 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves at the 45-yard line, Christian 46-yard line of the Generals. Hand off again, number 7 around the right side edge. He's got room to run. He's breaking through arm tackles, brought down by number 8 inside the 30-yard line, down about the 28-yard line. A nice run of about 17 yards for Mr. Flowers. It's going to be a 1st and 10 again.
All right, another Big O's Pork and Dreams first down.
He keeps doing that, man. I'm going to be dreaming of baked potatoes all night long.
Definitely.
A nice run by Rasheed Flowers. Pick up the first down. He is a wild running man.
Well, he looks determined after that fumble loss there, and he's making up for it. So I mean he's determined. He's got the momentum right now.
Number 13, the quarterback for the Red Wolves, Loretto. Single back set, number 7, Flowers in the backfield. Twins left and right. Covered 2 formation defense. Ball's handed deep snap to the quarterback. He's intended to the left flat for number 5. The intended receiver, Jaqueline McDowell, incomplete.
There's another flag coming.
There's a flag on the play, a late arriving flag on the play. Let's see what this is after the officials sort it out. Thrown by the umpire, Mr. Jonathan Jackson.
May have something to do with why the quarterback went from throwing to the right side to the left side. He looked like he was initially going to throw to the right side.
So we got a dead ball personal foul called against the Red Wolves. The significance of that is that the down will count. We'll mark off 15 yards. It'll be 2nd down, 25 yards to go.
Wow.
And so those are some of the mistakes that we were talking about in pregame that Coach Sizemore talked about, eliminating penalties.
Well, like you said also, that discipline, and that toughness. They're showing some toughness, but they're being a little bit undisciplined here, and it's starting to show and starting to catch up with them.
Yeah, discipline, attitude, and toughness is what the coach indicated. Man, we're sitting here and we got a coach to our left in the press box, and I don't know what's going on there, but he's having a heck of a time telling somebody about something.
Well, he sounds like he's having fun.
Yeah, after the penalty, second down 25, the quarterback deep in the pocket, looking to throw a screen pass to number 7, Flowers. That's incomplete. Pressure by the defense, number 70, Christian Grove, a freshman defensive lineman, breaks that up. That pass falls incomplete. It'll be third down and 25 upcoming for the Red Wolves.
Well, that was a play and a half that just didn't develop well. I mean, it was a great idea because it caught the interior of the defense kind of in the middle, but they have got to execute better.
Right, broken up nicely there by number 70 of the defense. Third down 25 upcoming for the Red Wolves at the 42-yard line. 7 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter's shotgun formation. Quarterback throws it out in the flats, number 5. He's reversing field, hitting all the way across the field, runs into his own man, and he's tackled at the 45-yard line by number 10 of the Generals, Darren Davis Jr., a sophomore DB, for minimal gain on the play and a loss on the play.
Well, the defense stayed home on that. They were very disciplined during that. They had an opportunity with all that field back there to kind of loosen up, but they stayed disciplined and kept everything close proximity to the line of scrimmage, and they were able to jam him up. Like I said, had him run into his own guy.
So a late flag on the play. Looks like it's a dead ball personal foul against the Generals. It's a 15-yard mark-off, and because it was a dead ball foul, that third down is going to count. So we should be at fourth down, I believe.
Well, waiting to see here. Yeah, it should be fourth down.
So the ball is set. It's ball is set at the 30-yard line. The indication on the down mark is still third down, but the referee gave the signal for a dead ball foul, which was post down enforcement. And now there's an official's timeout on the field for a conference between the referee and the umpire, and we'll see what comes out of this. And as suspected, that down did count. It's going to be fourth down and about 12 yards to go for the Red Wolves.
Well, this should be an interesting call here, Coach.
Well, if I'm the coach, I know what I'm calling.
That's right.
But we're going to see here as they line up, same formation, twins left and right, single back set. Looks like a cover 2 defense, cover 2 shell defense for the Generals.
Almost looks like a dime package, too.
So the ball, again, just as suspected, handed off to number 7. He's going around the left edge. He's through the line of scrimmage, meets a couple of tacklers. He's brought down at about the 22-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down, the line of gain.
Well, they were waiting for him this time. I mean, kind of like you said, they had that little shell coverage there, which was, able to swing it to the short side of the field here and really not give that much room for Nasheed to run. And they were successful with it. I mean, that's great play on the defense, great discipline, and would like to have seen him be able to get a little help on that play. He was out there by himself.
Yeah, I think at this point the defense was expecting that, hey, we're going to hand the ball number 7. He's in the backfield. Somebody needs to watch him. And they did that, and they were successful in stopping him on the defense. Mm-hmm. Ball goes over to the Generals, first and 10 at the 24-yard line, deep in their own territory. 6 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The first half. Generals lead here. The Red Wolves 7-6.
Well, as we said on their keys to the game, they were wanting to stop Mr. Flowers, and that time they were successful.
Number 6, Jameer Martin, the quarterback for the Generals, takes the deep snap, calls his own number. Quarterback draw. That's sniffed out nicely by the Red Wolves. He's still on his feet, reverses field, heading around the left side of the field. He's still on his feet outside the 20-yard, the 25-yard line at the 30, near the sticks, run out of there. Out of bounds near number 5 at the 35-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Appears from this indication, or the indication I have up here, that's going to be a late hit out of bounds, a personal foul defense against the defense.
Well, as I learned last time, I'm going to let them sort it out. When they sort it out, we'll know for sure, but I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, so the preliminary indication from the officials is a dead ball, personal foul against the Red Wolves. Appears to be a late hit out of bounds. We'll add that 15 yards on to the end of the run. It's going to be a first down for the Generals after a nice pickup around the edge by the quarterback.
That is a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down there. Like I said, 2 great locations there. So.
Man, Big O's Pork and Dreams is the sponsor of our first down for tonight's contest. So back to live action after the mark-off. It's first and 10 at about the 47-yard line for the Generals. Send one man in motion, and he's back. The snap, there's a flag on the play. The ball's still rolling around in the backfield. However, it's been blown dead by the umpire. It looks like it's a snap infraction against the offense. So it's dead ball. Dead ball, false start against the Generals. It's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be first down and 15 at that point.
Well, the coach spoke about executing on offense, and they take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, and they've got to make some corrections to that. They've got to, we're well into the game here where they should be in a comfort zone. So let's see what they do here.
Yeah, just minimal mistakes right now. Looks same formation, same result here. Quarterback back looking deep into the flat, throws the ball out to number 11, Hayes, and he drops the pass there, intended for number 11, Raymond Hayes, a junior, listed as athlete in our program, incomplete. Brings up second down 15 for the Generals at the 42-yard line.
Well, at least they have, they're at the 40, so they're not in too big of a hole, even though they're, 15 yards for a first down?
Yeah, 15 yards to go. I mean, not insurmountable yardage. We've seen them do it before. But they just got to settle down here on offense and have that execution.
Yes.
Twins left and right again. Quarterback deep in the shotgun formation, single back set, calls for the snap in the shotgun there. Snap is successful, throws the ball out, swings out to the end to the flat. Caught there by number 8 on a nice open field tackle there by number 27 of the Red Wolves after no gain on the play. A nice hit on the play, though.
Yeah, Ben Phillips there. That was one heck of a serious open field tackle on a dangerous runner there. That was great discipline and good to see that. So,
yeah,
no gain, loss of 1, I think, on the play.
Loss of 1 on the play. Nice fundamental. Broke down, got his hip squared up, exploded through the runner, and stopped him for a loss there. But 3rd and 15 upcoming for the Generals at the 41-yard line. Number 6 at quarterback, Jameer Martin, the freshman, sends his up back in motion. Swings out to his left, calls his own number, breaks up to the middle, wide open field. He's across the 50-yard line at the 45, down about the 42-yard line. A nice pickup on the play. Looks like he's going to make a first down out of that run.
And that is a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down.
Then the officials indicate move the sticks. It's a 1st and 10 for the Generals at the 41-yard line of the Red Wolves.
Great individual effort right there. Great read and recognition, and the coaches probably call that play, but he turned the burners on once he shot the gap, and it was a great pickup.
Wide open space. I think I could have gotten through that also myself. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Martin at quarterback, single back set, Twins. Nasty movement by the up back, goes back into motion, sends the ball number 2 around the left side. He's met there in the hole after a minimal pickup. Ty Ball is the ball carrier. Ty Ball is the ball carrier.
There you go.
Picks up 2 yards on the play. Second down, 8 upcoming for the Generals.
Well, I think that play there was to try to keep the defense honest, but I would like to have seen them open that up a little bit more, kind of keep the momentum going. I don't want to say they wasted it down, but I don't want to see them not execute and keep the momentum going.
Similar to an RPO play right there. Quarterback might have had more success had he pulled the ball, gave the ball to the up back. Same formation, same motion. Trips to the right side. Quarterback follows him around the edge. Right side edge, switches the hands on the ball, gets hit on the back side. Hit there nicely by number 23. The ball comes out. The officials indicate that the ball is down. Looks like number 6, the quarterback, Martin, is shaking up a little bit on the play.
Well, he took a nasty hit, kind of a high-low hit, and then he's just shaking up just a little bit there.
Opened himself up there and got hit on the back side there. He's down. The coaches are coming out. He's wincing in pain. We'll take a break here. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern. Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
And we're back inside of C.D. Spiegel Stadium. Number 6, the quarterback, Jameer Martin, still down on the field, being aided by the medical staff and coaching staff. They get him to his feet now, and he's looking to clear cobwebs. Just stumbling just a little bit there. Still on the field.
Looks like he's going to need a little assistance to get moving here.
He's clearing his head a little bit, still on the field. while we're in a break. Why don't we go back to break? We'll take another break here. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after these messages.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Security Bank and Trust Company. It will be the best call you will ever make. Personal banking with First Security Bank and Trust Company can make life so easy. We offer mobile banking, online banking, and qualifying accounts can even make deposits using a cell phone. Access to all of We offer personal customer service to help you with all your banking needs. Visit us today at 1540.
Check that, 15.
Studio, Bauer back in the stadium. While we were gone, the quarterback was substituted by number 9, Jonathan Anderson. He threw a pass that was intercepted by the Red Wolves at the 15-yard line.
Yep.
And first play, he throws a pass. Coach got a lot of confidence in him, but he was underthrown and intercepted by the Red Wolves, so they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Deep at quarterback for the Red Wolves, number 13, Sergio Loretto.
Yeah, it looks as though they're having a little bit of confusion there with the officials there, getting the line set.
Yeah, the Generals coach was out having a conference with the White Hat. Back to action here. Flowers is a single back, twins left and right for the quarterback at the 15-yard line. The snap is good, and the shotgun formation. Flowers makes the first man miss. He's still around the left side. Met and tackled by number 3, Diego Valdez.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play there. Valdez, Nasheed looks like he's determined again to move the sticks. So that was a nice run there. And
he gets his
doesn't require a whole lot of blocking.
No, he gets under his pads. His pads under him and everything on the line. He almost reminds me of an Adrian Peterson when he comes around that corner.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, he's a tough running back.
Yeah. Twins left and right for the quarterback, number 13, Loretto. Flowers a single back in the backfield. Quarterback rolls to his left, throws into the flat, pass incomplete, intended for number 5, Jaqueline McDowell.
Looked like the wide receiver there ran around a little deeper than the quarterback expected him to.
Yeah, little miscommunication between the quarterback and his receiver there. The receiver took it long, the quarterback threw it underneath, and we've got an incompletion. Third down upcoming for the Red Wolves, 3rd and about 5 at the 21-yard line. Correction, 3rd and about 4 from the 21-yard line. Without the quarterback, Loretto, single back set.
Generals are playing a real tight defense here. They're all within 8 to 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
A single safety, cover 1 defense, anticipating run. The snap is an aired snap to Loretto. Gathers himself, takes off at about the 20-yard line. He's met there by several members of the U.S. Grad defense for minimal gain on the play.
Yeah, the bad snap really messed up the timing for everything and kind of left the quarterback out on an island a little bit right there.
Timing is essential. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half. The Generals lead over the Red Wolves 7-6. 4th down upcoming for the Red Wolves. Same personnel package into the game for the Red Wolves. However, we have seen them punt from this formation as the quarterback is the punter as well. Single back deep for the Generals, number 12. Some substitutions in personnel alignment for the Red Wolves. 7 seconds remaining on the play clock. Calling for the snap. There is the snap that rolls to his left and punts the ball. A nice punt in the air. It's going to bounce to 41 and check up just like my golf game there and get out of bounds.
Well, I'll take that on my golf game any day. That backspin that you need, as long as you hit it past the hole there, so it'll come back to the hole. That was a heck of a punt there.
The only way I can do that is on the Wii. Not in my golf game. I don't have that in my golf bag.
Well, we're going to have to figure that one out.
Yeah, I'd watch that, leave that to the live and the PGA.
There you go.
Because I don't live that PGA life.
No, not me either.
Dwayne Doolittle, Mr. Max on the call for tonight's game of the week here at CB Spiegel Stadium. 2 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the first half. U.S. Grant Jones leads 7-6 over the Capitol Hill Red Wolves on a beautiful night here in Oklahoma City at All City Sports Stadiums.
And tonight's game is sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and also Metro Technology Centers.
Man, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Big O's Pork and Dreams are sponsor our first down.
Absolutely.
Our halftime sponsor tonight is Langston University. We'll have more information for you coming up from there. As the Generals align themselves on the sideline waiting for them to come out of the huddle for this possession. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. What are you looking for here as we head into halftime, Max?
Well, I'm looking for something to get the teams some momentum going. There's a flag on the play at the moment. I wonder, is that a delay of game for them taking too long or
Well,
something?
speaking of momentum, we back ourselves 5 yards up before we even come out and break the huddle. That's a 1st and 15. No longer manageable with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go before halftime. Trying to add to your lead. That's definitely some miscommunication going on there.
That definitely wasn't what I was looking for before halftime.
I don't think the coaches were either. Here we go again, back to action. Our quarterback fumbles the ball, picks it up. Number 6 is the quarterback. He's back in. Martin swings the ball out to the flat intended for number 11. Hayes, pass incomplete.
Yeah, he just missed his wide receiver there. I think there's some jitters there with the new young quarterback because the wide receiver was out there by himself.
Yep, Martin's back after that injury. The timing was not all that it needed to be there. If he'd gotten it to the receiver, he had some daylight ahead of him.
Well, he may still be a little dinged up. Let's hope he's not. But
the coach has got him back out there, so obviously he's pretty good enough to play. 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, Martin goes out, throws to the flat. Nobody there. As the receiver's running a go route, he threw a short out route, and it's incomplete. If they're getting that communication together, that could put 6 on the board.
And that was real close to a pick 6 right there, but it looked like he didn't have any velocity or juice on the ball. Thank goodness for him, because it just went straight into the ground. So maybe he saw it, but just made the adjustment.
That's a long pass.
To see more. Like to see more from them in this 2 minute, portion of the game here before halftime. But looks like it's futile right now.
Yeah, it looks like we're quarterback again rolling out to his left, throws the ball deep. Receivers backpedaling, underthrown just a tad bit. A back shoulder throw intended for number 11. Hayes falls incomplete.
Well, I'll give them thumbs up. We've been saying it all night. They needed to do that. Stretch the field a little bit. It would have been nice to see that on maybe a second down. To give them a better opportunity on third down. But it was still good to see.
Yeah, number 9, the quarterback, Jameer Martin, is the passer. We've got an official's timeout for an injured player on the field. Looks like there's a Red Wolf down with cramps, leg cramps. So they're tending to him. While we're tending to that player, we'll take a break. Mm-hmm. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student
Welcome back
athletes
into the
and what
broadcast
makes
booth
he
here at
or
CB
she
Spiegel
become great
Stadium.
at what they do.
Dwayne. Feature Mr. Flowers again, maybe put some more points on the board before we go into break. There's the punt. It's a deep punt. taken by number 16. He drops the ball, but he gathers himself, gets around the left edge, almost tackled there, met by number 85, breaking tackles along the way outside the 35-yard line, still on his feet, moving towards the 37-yard line where he's brought down there by a host of Generals.
But I like the energy there from the young man. He spun, he did everything he could to pick up some much-needed yardage, and hopefully he can, ignite some momentum there. That should be an energy booster for it. The crowd was surely enjoying that, so hopefully the crowd can get some energy going for the players as well.
Jamari Starr, that carrier, a nice spirited run there. 1 minute 36 and 6 seconds remaining. 1:36 remaining before halftime. I believe the Red Wolves have a couple of timeouts in their pocket as they line up again. Number 13, the quarterback, Sergio Loreto, single back, of course, at Mr. Flowers in the backfield, Nasheed Flowers, the single back, twins left and right in the shotgun formation. Here comes the snap. Snap is a low snap. The quarterback gathers it and rolls out to his left, throws the ball out into the flat, intended for number 9 out there. His intended receiver, number 9, Isaiah Stephanie, falls incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
Looks like he got there a little bit before the ball got to him, so it's possible that there may be some interference on it. But we'll see what the refs call here.
Looks like DPI is going to be the call. I mean, I don't see anything else going on out there, but the defender hit him too soon before the goal.
You've worn a stripe, so I haven't. So
yeah, we'll sit here. I mean, I was looking into the future and seeing some things, but I don't know. We'll see. Yep, defensive pass interference is the indication by the referee, a 15-yard mark-off from the previous spot. It's going to bring up a first down for the for the Red Wolves on their side of the 50 at the 47, 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves.
Big O's Pork and Dreams first down there.
Big O Pork and Dreams. Man, at this point, I'm dreaming of Big O's.
That's a great name for that, because you're not kidding. Here we go.
1st and 10, 48-yard line for the Red Wolves. A low snap again, handed to Flowers around the right side. He's got room out there, makes to the edge, one man to beat. There's a flag on the play. He's still on his feet inside the 25-yard line. However, there's a flag on the play back at the 48-yard line as the white hat has thrown a flag, looking downfield, saying it's holding against the Red Wolves. That's going to bring them back after a nice gain by Mr. Flowers.
Well, this is everything that the coach was talking about, the DAT, the discipline, the attitude, and the toughness, and some they're not showing that discipline right now. I mean, Nasheed is definitely doing his part. I mean, he's hitting the hole, and the team is just kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. I mean, you're talking a 25-yard gain versus a 10-yard
mark-off.
I mean, goodness, that's a huge, huge difference. Let's hope they can recover from it. It's 1:24 left in the game, and the clock is moving.
1:24 remaining in the first half. 1st and 20 for the Red Wolves upcoming after that run and negated by the 10-yard holding penalty. Again, the ball dribbles back to the quarterback, looking to throw the screen pass across the middle. It's complete to number 32. He's picked up the ball. There's a flag on the play. He's still on his feet inside the 40-yard line. He's refusing to go down near the 30-yard line where he's tackled there. However, there is a flag on the play. Number 32, the receiver there.
Yeah, Elias
Sundry. A nice catch on the screen pass. There's a huddle with the umpire and the white hat near the 46-yard line. It looks as though they're waving the flag off.
There is no flag on.
That screen pass is going to be successful. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves at the 31-yard line. First down for the Red Wolves, 31-yard line.
And that's a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down again.
Big O's Pork and Dreams. Man, 1 minute, 3 seconds remaining in the first half. The Red Wolves were still with timeouts in their pocket. 1st and 10, Red Wolves. Single back set, twins left and right. The ball again comes back, dribbles back to the quarterback, hand off to Flowers. That upset the timing there a little bit on the play. Loss on the play.
They kind of have to work on that, their snaps. All their snaps have been low here recently, and it's kind of messing up the timing. And sometimes it's successful where the defense, I don't think, sees the ball. But with Mr. Flowers, they need all the time they can get.
So there's a timeout on the play called by the Red Wolves. 1:46 seconds remaining to go before halftime. Further explanation, that pass was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Therefore, the penalty was waived off. and makes it a 1st and 10. 46 seconds remaining. Timeout on the field. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metrotech. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern. Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern. Injuries don't.
And we're back after the timeout. Quarterback takes the snap. He's running around the left side, still has the ball in his hand. He's met there he shakes off a tackle and falls forward for another 5 yards. Loretto, the ball carrier, on the keeper around the left side. He's hustling, trying to get his team back to the line of scrimmage to get a playoff as they're out of timeouts. 26 seconds remaining. Deep snap formation. He goes underneath the center, and he clocks the ball. Well, he fumbles the ball, falls on it, and that's where we are. Clock still running, 17 seconds remaining before halftime.
I don't think that's the play the coach drew up for that one. I think he wanted to clock the ball, but it appears that they're out of timeouts.
Yep. 7 seconds remaining. Loretto trying to get the snap again. 3rd down upcoming. This time he takes the snap. Well, there's a stoppage on the play by the officials with 4.5 seconds remaining on the clock. And it's marked ready again. After some confusion, the officials again are meeting to sort this whole thing out. We'll let you know when we know.
Well, it seems like
so the officials are asking us to reset the clock to run they're asking for time to be added on the clock, and we're having some communication issues here, so when we know more, we'll let you know more.
Well, they reset it to 10 seconds now. That's what it looks like.
So the game clock's been reset to 10 seconds, and that's in favor of the Red Wolves. So Loretto's again in single back formation, shotgun set, twins left and right. There's the snap, hand off to Flowers up the middle. He's met there by big number 75 of the Generals for no gain on the play. Alexis Hernandez, a junior offensive lineman, breaks that play up. That's going to be the end of the first half.
Well, we didn't expect it to end like that.
No, that's not what – I don't think that's what the coaches drew up. However, at the end of the first half, that's the score. The U.S. Grant Generals lead the Red Wolves of Capitol Hill 7-6. And you're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metrotech. We'll be back after this break. So we're back inside of CB Spiegel Stadium at halftime, where the U.S. Grant Generals lead the Capitol Hill Red Wolves 7-6.
And our halftime is sponsored by Langston University. So if you ever have considered becoming a nurse or a physical therapist, you should enroll today at Langston University. LU is one of the leading state universities in producing nurses and physical therapists. Learn more by going online to langston.edu. All right, man.
Langston University, HBCU.
Yes, that's
L's up, man.
Historic.
L's up.
Well, what's your take? This has been a fun beginning here, fun half here. We had a little bit of success, a little bit of confusion. We've seen the teams have start out with jitters and kind of shake the jitters, but it kind of got a little sloppy at the end here.
So I think it's it's indicative of second week of football. We've had organized practices for 2 days throughout the summer, and now it's actually time to get out here and perform under the bright lights with the fans screaming and yelling, the coaches screaming and yelling, everybody screaming and yelling. You're trying to do your best, and we're meeting best on best. As we feature this game tonight in the Southside Showdown, Southside Classic, we've got friends playing against friends. We've got coaches that are friends coaching against friends. We've got neighbors playing against neighbors, and it's showing up that way. I mean, it's what I expected, a hard-fought, close game. I didn't expect either team to run away. And so here we are now, week 2. Both teams coming in off of losses where they did not score.
Right.
They've both been able to put points on the board, so they've had some success with that. Going back to the keys of the game, which, as Coach Sizemore said, they want to tackle well, take care of the ball, limit the penalties, and play clean. I think we've seen some glimpses of that. However, there's still work to be done on that. We've got freshmen that need to grow up, get in game experience, and be ready to go on. In talking to coach, he told me about his coaching staff, Coach Powell and Coach Frank, who've had success at other levels. Coach Powell's coached at the 6A level in Memorial. As a matter of fact, here's a little known fact, he coached my son at Edmond Memorial years ago. And so he's been a part of programs that have had success. He's starting to build a culture here at Capitol Hill, and it's starting to show. If you look back over previous years, the fact that he's got 55 kids out here on this team, on a school that's not known for football necessarily. He's got 55 kids that have committed to come out here and play football, and they're playing well.
Well, that's indicative, like you said, of having the experience, the name recognition, and proven. So we'll see this improve. I mean, we've seen a little bit of glimpses of it tonight. Like you said, I agree with you 100%. It being the second game or third game or however they're doing it, it's their opportunity to work the bugs out. Hopefully it'll lead to a successful season for them, and they'll continue to play against each other like that. So
absolutely. And we look at the other side of the field, Coach Levacy, he wanted his kids to do their job, everybody to hold up their 111th. Well, after some miscues early and some ongoing miscues, they're starting to come together as a cohesive unit to have some success. They've had some success in stopping Flowers, which is one of his keys to the game. However, after that 92-yard run, he hasn't been able to get to the end zone or find the end zone anymore since then, be it because of the defense or because of some penalties on the offense. He wanted to excel on offense, and he's done that at times. We've had some spurts that have shown that. The injuries, of course, are showing their head a little bit. He's got 46 kids out here at U.S. Grant, a school that's known for soccer. But he's got 46 kids to commit to come out and playing football. He said he's limited by some injuries, and I don't know those key positions. But we've got another second half, to play here in this Southside Showdown, leading into next week's battle against Southeast for the Southeast Bellum, for the king of the South Side. And so we're looking at that as we sit here now with 14 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in halftime. The Capitol Hill marching band on the field as the fans are going crazy as they feature their talents here. I know those band parents are just as proud of their kids out here at the halftime that are performing as the football parents are for their kids who are performing during the football game.
Well, there's tons of alumni here. Like you said, it's filled the stands tonight. I saw a class of 71 and various classes of people, alumni, showing up here. Now, what I was thinking as far as like the halftime, I'm expecting some things to improve. I think this, like you said, they get the jitters out and get all the nervousness out in the first half, and it looks like we'll probably see some better football here in the second half. They can't keep shooting themselves in the foot with the penalties, especially all their penalties are after they've made big plays.
Yeah, we're taking steps forward, we're taking steps backwards, and unless if you're dancing, that's a good thing. When you're playing football, not so much. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Gary and Judy Lynch. They are members of the class of 1970 here at Capitol Hill High School. They're packing the stands here tonight. They're part of the tremendous alumni association. As I talked to Coach Clay Sizemore, he talked about his alumni association, how they provide for the team and do everything they can for the team. So shout out to Gary and Judy Lynch. Also Ray Thompson, member of early class of the 60s here at Capitol Hill High School. Some folks I know, proud heritage here at Capitol Hill High School. And I know they're listening to the game tonight, so welcome aboard. Also want to give a shout out to our men and women in uniform, military as well as police and fire. A buddy of mine who's protecting and serving right now in the town of Jones, Oliver Murray. Thank you for tuning in, and all the friends along the line that know I'm supporting me in this effort. Max, what do you see coming back for the second half?
Well, I see. I'm expecting a little bit more firepower coming out, a little bit more discipline on some of the play calls, and some execution. I actually am looking forward to it. I think, like you said, it's the second game. In the first half, you can see the jitters, see some areas where they weren't sure, but I think they'll get a chance if they're looking at any of the plays on their iPods or whatever they use in the halftime. I see some of the plays getting better. I'm looking for more execution, better execution and communication. I'd like to see the snaps a lot better. It looks like both sides of their centers are not snapping the ball very well. It's putting their quarterbacks in a little bit of mayhem. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the second half. They really maximized their time in the first half. It went slower than I expected, which was okay.
So we're here at halftime, and as we sit here at halftime, we're honoring some alumni here at Capitol Hill. They're introducing several folks, and the fans are going crazy. 11 minutes, 25 seconds remaining at halftime. Our halftime tonight is being brought to you by Langston University. If you ever consider becoming a nurse or physical therapist, you should enroll today at Langston University. LU is one of the leading state universities in producing nurses, physical therapists. Learn more by going online to langston.edu. Our halftime sponsor also is Cocina Domina. For the best Mexican cuisine, the only place to have lunch or dinner is Cocina Domina, located at 6022 Southwestern Avenue. Open Monday through Sunday, 11 to 8:30 p.m. We're at halftime here at CB Spiegel Stadium, featuring the Capitol Hill Red Wolves and the U.S. Grant Generals, where the Generals lead 7-0 over the Capitol Hill Red Wolves. Man, try to say that several times. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health, St. Anthony's, and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this 5-minute break. And we're back inside the booth at Capitol Hill, CB Spiegel Stadium. Tonight's game featuring the U.S. Grant Generals and the Capitol Hill Red Wolves, where the U.S. Grant Generals lead 7-6. As we look forward to conference standings, Capitol Hill is a member of District 682, or 682 District 1, which features Putnam City West, Sand Springs, Muskogee, Stillwater, of course, Tahlequah, and Booker T. Washington. That's Grants in that conference in 682 District 1. Current standings, PC West is undefeated coming into tonight's contest. Sand Springs is 1-0. Muskogee is 2-0. Stillwater is at 1-1. Tahlequah is 0-1. And Booker T. Washington, surprisingly, is at 0-2 in conference standings. However, remember, the first 3 games are non-district contests. Right. This is where you just kind of fill yourself out and get ready to go. Capitol Hill is a member of 682 District 2. They're in runnings with Northwest Classic, who's 1-0. Lawton, who's 1-0. Deer Creek is 2-0. Deer Creek's looking pretty impressive as we go forward. PC North is 0-2, surprisingly. However, they've stepped up and been playing teams, their sister schools as well as others. Capitol Hill, of course, is 0-1. Ponca City is 0-2, as well as Putnam City is 0-2, going into as we go into week 2 in non-district play. Because some of those teams are 2-0, they've already played 2 games, including week 0, week 1. You play those first 2 games to give themselves a break. As we're here at halftime at CB Spiegel Stadium, 3 minutes, 19 seconds left to go before start of the second half. The Capitol Hill cheer squad is on the field doing a routine, as we've got all-comers night, pack the stands night for the Red Wolves. Sitting here with Mr. Max, we're just talking about looking at things on a beautiful night. Our first night together as a team, absolutely, working together, filling each other back and forth. I think I've only had to wake me up once, and had to wake you up twice.
Dreaming about that
big old pork. Yes, yeah. Oh man, yeah. I think those things got some itis on them as well. I don't want to stumble and fumble into that. So
no, not at all. But yeah, that'll have you daydreaming right there.
No doubt.
Kind of drool in there. And listening to you talk about the schools there, the district play, there's a lot of parity there, and that's going to make it very interesting in 2022 here.
No doubt.
Who would have thought that Booker T was going to have heard and read about that?
Yeah, it means nothing until you start district play. And talking to Coach Sizemore, he's actually excited about the opportunity to play in District 682 or 682 versus 5A.
Yes.
Because the path is not clear in 682, but who you're going to face in District and in 5A, and 5A is loaded with the Midwest City schools coming back down. All 3 competing in the same Class 5A. I mean, it's loaded here in the metro area, and so he's excited about his opportunities to go here. He's going to be the underdog on a lot of nights, but he's looking forward to some key games on the schedule.
Well, no, and that'll be a great experience for his players, his young players. Like you say, he's got quite a few freshmen that are getting their feet wet, and this is the perfect way to do it. I mean, playing those teams of that caliber, that's going to.
No doubt. The team's coming back out on the field. We got 1 minute and 20 before the 3-minute break comes up. We're going to take another break. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break. And we're back, CB Spiegel Stadium on a Friday night, football night in Oklahoma. Friday Night Lights. We're sitting here listening and watching the Capitol Hill Flag Corps as they perform, as both teams are starting to come back onto the field. Actually, all 3 teams. The officiating team is back on the field as well. Tonight's officials, referee Dwayne Foss Umpire Jonathan Jackson, back judge Jimmy Jones, line judge Deshaun Buford, and head linesman Kelvin Thomas are doing a good job of managing this game tonight.
Yes, they've been busy tonight, especially after we jinxed them. But they've been busy tonight, and they've kept it, they've been right on point everywhere that they've been, and I like how they communicate with each other, and that's good. So it's making it a lot easier for the teams to understand what's going on, and the guys in stripes have done a good job tonight.
Yeah, the third team, always overlooked but highly scrutinized,
yes.
are doing their best to stay out of the way of these teams so they can showcase their talents tonight. I can tell you this, definitely the loudspeaker system here at Capitol Hill Stadium, CB Spiegel Stadium, works.
It must be new with everything else.
The flag corps just leaving the field. We're in our 3-minute mandatory warm-up. So, Mr. Max, as we look forward to the second half action, what do you see as the keys to the game for success for both teams?
Again, execution. I agree with both coaches. They're going to treat this like the beginning of the game. I believe scoring first in the second half is going to make a major impact. Because whoever scores is going to have a pretty significant lead with the way that they're playing tonight. This is not really going to be a high-scoring event, so any points they get is going to be, it's going to be major. And I think that's going to impact the game, whoever scores first. I think that's the one thing, scoring first. I think they've settled in a little bit on defense. I think for the offense, both coaches want to make sure that their offense gets moving. I mean, they want to score, and hold on to the ball and cut down penalties.
And everything that goes with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As I look at the game, the second half, you got a halftime, you lead at halftime, but that's not the game. The game is over on all the time runs out who has the most points. And so what comes to mind for me is finish.
Yes.
The team that finishes the second half now is going to be that's who's going to win the game. That's to be the victor in the game, You make a mistake, so what? What do we do next? So let's just get to the next play, get to the next on offense, on defense. So what? We gave up some yards there. Let's bend our back, but don't break our necks. Right. However that saying goes.
Yeah.
But let's bend, but don't break. There it is. And the team that does that and flexes and shows that moxie, I think is going to be the victor tonight here in our Southside Classic.
I agree with you 100%. And we're going to find out here. We're going to see who's up for the task.
Yeah. So as the teams get ready to come back out for the second half, we'll take a break here. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
To reduce over 99.9% bacteria, viruses, and more. And that's air you can trust. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. until the meat runs out. Big O's Pork and
More football presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony.
So we're back after halftime. Remember, our halftime sponsors are Langston University. If you have ever considered becoming a nurse, physical therapist, you should enroll today at Langston University. LU is one of the leading state universities in producing nurses and physical therapists. Learn more by going to langstonuniversity.edu. Cocina de Mina. For the best Mexican cuisine, the only place to have lunch or dinner is Cocina de Mina, located 6022 Southwestern in Oklahoma City. Open Monday through Sunday, 11 to 8:30 p.m. As we come back to the stadium for the second half action, the Generals are lined up to kick, and will kick off to the Red Wolves, who will receive the ball at or near, well, as it bounces. There's a little miscommunication. The ball may or may not get out of bounds. He retreats all the way to the 1 yard line, picks it up. Number 8's got the ball. He's reversing field, coming across the field. He's met there, but still on his feet, bounced around by several members of the General staff out to about the 12-yard line, where he's going to be corralled there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves at near the 12-yard line after that deep kick by the Generals.
You know, that ball wasn't kind to them. They expected that ball to go out of bounds. And matter of fact, they were kicking off from the 35 because their previous kick went out of bounds. So, wow, what a recovery on that. And he tried to make something out of nothing. But here we go. Let's see who's going to pick up the momentum right here.
Yeah, as a former official, you know, the kicking game is 20% of the game, but it causes 80% of the problems, and the officials were on top of that. So as we come back out again, number 13, the quarterback for the Red Wolves, Sergio Loreto. Number 7, Flowers, a single back. A low snap handed off to number 7, Flowers up the middle. He's still breaking tackles out to near the 15-yard line. He's tackled there by a gang of Generals led by number 5, Naquan Carter, a freshman, and several of his friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing some great gang tackling here. They do not want Mr. Flowers to get any head of steam here.
Yeah, back when I played football a long time ago, coach said hold him up so somebody else can hit him. A nice job of holding him up so he can get hit there. Again, the quarterback back in the shotgun formation, a low snap, taking their 3-step drop, dancing around, looking out in the flat, completes the ball number 5. He takes a step back. He reverses his field, hit it around the other side, around the left side. He's got open field out there. A nice block to get him loose. He's out near the 40-yard line, near the 50-yard line. Still on his feet, headed down the sideline. He's being pursued by number 8, knocked out at about the 22-yard line. A nice gain out there from the 12-yard line to the 22-yard line.
Jaqueline
McDowell, the receiver there, did most of the work for himself, reversing field from left to right, headed downfield, knocked outside, out of bounds, inside the 20 or near the 20-yard line, where it's going to be 1st down for the Red Wolves at the 20-yard line.
And that's a Pork and Dreams. That's it, 1st down. Big O's Pork and Dreams 1st down, sponsored right here.
Big O's Pork and Dreams 1st down. Officials timeout on the field for conversation between the umpire and the referee. Officials timeout again as there's an injured player on the field for the Generals. 10 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of play.
What did you see on that play there that you liked?
So the quarterback, of course, he scrambled around and threw out into the flat. Nice completion out there, but the bulk of the work was done by the receiver, who reversed his field, gave up 10 yards to get 44 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll trade that every day. If I could take a $5 bill and turn it into a $50 bill every day, I'd do it. No doubt about that.
That yak was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Nice effort on the play. Halftime is all about rest, recovery, and regenerate, recoup, and reapply. And I think that's what they did on that play. They reapplied some of the things that they talked about pregame, got back to the game plan, and just out-schemed them.
Well, nice dink and dunk offense right there. I mean, they kept the defense honest because we know they're looking for Nasheed. So, Mr. Flowers there, they're looking for him. So that was a nice counterplay.
Yeah. So we're back after the timeout, the injury. The players assisted off the field, unaided actually. We're back. Red Wolves 1st down. Number 13, the quarterback, single back set, twins high, both sides to the short side of the field, away from the press box, going left to right on the radio. Low snap, taken by Mr. Flowers. He's looking around the room around the left side. He's still dancing, pushing people out of the way, down to about the 15-yard line. Pick up about 4 to 5 yards on the play. He did most of the work by himself, pushing his own players out of the way so I can get down on where I'm going. He said to him, beep, who's got the keys to the Jeep? I think it's Mr. Flowers there. Pick up about 5 on the play. 2nd down, 5 yards upcoming for the Red Wolves.
We can definitely see their keying on him. So, I'd look for one of these wide receivers to have watch one of them to take it to the house if they're going to keep keying on him.
Yeah, flea flicker comes to mind right here.
Oh, absolutely.
If that's in the game plan. But I think the coaches decided, no, we're going to go Flowers left, Flowers right, Flowers up the middle. Flowers again around the right side. He's to the end zone. However, there's a flag on the play. Flag on the play as Mr. Flower takes it to the end zone. The flag thrown by the umpire usually means there's a hold in the interior line of scrimmage, but we'll wait to see what happens.
Well, that's part of what we were talking about coming out of halftime is execution, but eliminate the mistakes. I mean, Mr. Flowers is so fast that there's no reason, to have to hold anybody beyond that time that it takes, for him to get by there. This hurts.
Yeah, that is the play. Indication on the field, holding against the Red Wolves. That's going to take the 6 off the board, back them up 10 yards. Second down and about 15 to go from the 25-yard line for the Red Wolves after that run into the end zone by Nasheed Flowers. 9:36 remaining in the third quarter. U.S. Grant Generals leads 7-6 over the Capitol Hill Red Wolves, CB Spiegel Stadium. There's the snap back to the quarterback. He looks around the left side, throws the ball, nearly intercepted there by number 10 of the Generals, Darian Davis. A nice defensive read by the cornerback, came up and closed out on the receiver, knocking the ball down, nearly intercepting that.
That was nearly a pick six right there. Little indecision by the quarterback. Looked like he kind of wanted to go somewhere else, and maybe it was his check down, but that was he's lucky that one wasn't taken to the house.
Yeah, he's lucky the band didn't start playing going the other direction. After that play, 3rd and 15 upcoming for the Red Wolves at the 25-yard line. 9 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the third quarter here at CB Spiegel Stadium in Oklahoma City. Thanks for coming along the ride with us, all our fans and folks listening in tonight. We certainly appreciate you. There's the snap back to the quarterback. Looks to throw the bubble screen through the middle screen, intended for number 32. They had success on that play earlier. That play's intended for Saldry. He drops the ball, had room in front of him. However, he didn't complete the catch.
Well, they need to shake off the penalty killing, that killed the touchdown. They need to shake that off and just it seems like they're having a hard time shaking that off. It really does.
Yeah, so here we are now, 4th down and 15 from the 25-yard line. Looks as though the offense is staying on the field. Personnel changes out there. We'll take trips to the right, to the top, and one near side, single back in the backfield, shotgun. He repositions Flowers in the backfield to his right side of the quarterback. Looks up, calls timeout. Appears it's going to be timeout taken by the Red Wolves. Timeout Capitol Hill. We'll take it with them at 9 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
More football presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony.
And we're back inside of CB Spiegel Stadium as the snap. The quarterback looks again to throw the bubble screen, throws it out to number 7 in the flat.
Great open field tackle there.
Flowers, it looks like he's grabbing an ankle as he's tackled short of the line to gain. However, he is injured on the play. That was a 4th down play that did not convert, so the ball's going to go over to the Generals. But more importantly for the Red Wolves, number 7, Nasheed Flowers, is down on the field injured.
Yeah, and number 8, Treshawn Gooseby, that's who made the tackle.
Number 8, Andre Martin for the Generals.
I've got the
Andre Martin
yeah,
for the
Andre
Generals.
Martin for the Generals.
Hey, I do that too. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. It happens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, number 7
he's kind of in pain too.
He's still down on the field, wincing in pain as the medical staff comes out, just taking his helmet off here. Appears to be an ankle injury of some sort. Don't want to go out and say that officially, but
he is in serious pain.
He's grabbing that ankle, grabbing at that ankle. We hope that he's okay and gets off the field. For this injury timeout, we'll take a break here inside of CB Spiegel Stadium. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
And we're back inside the stadium. Number 7, Flowers, has been escorted off the field. We're back. The Generals take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Number 8, the ball carrier for the Generals, Andre Martin, makes a nice run along the right side. However, there's a flag on the play, a pickup of about 15 yards on the play. Holding is the indication against the Generals by the referee throwing in the backfield. That's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be marked off from the spot of the foul. Bring up 1st down and about 19 yards to go after a nice run by that gentleman, number 8, Martin, a junior running back, U.S. Grant.
Well, you know, it's funny. It looks like they're mirroring each other right now. Looks like it's going to take an uphill battle to try to get, like you said, change that 5 into a 50 here to get a score.
Yeah, let's see which team shakes that off. We're back again. Number 6, the quarterback, he's been treated into the end zone. He's pressured there by big number 70. He's trying to get a loose near the 2-yard line. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. That charge led by number 70 of the Red Wolves, Jaquin Alvarez.
And there's also a flag on the play, too.
A flag on the play. There's an injured player on the field as well. Appears as though it's the quarterback as we look deeper into this thing. Flag on the play. We'll sort all that out. We have an injury. We'll see what's going on with that. Looks like they're tending to a leg for a cramp, maybe, as the officials are discussing what to do next. Both teams have been sent to the sideline. No preliminary indication yet from the referee as to what the penalty is going to be and the disposition. There is an injured player still on the field. We believe it to be the quarterback, number 6, Jameer Martin, who was injured earlier in the game and came back from that injury.
Well, you know, he never looked like he was fully recovered from the other one, so hopefully this is, you know, like you said, hopefully it's just a cramp and not something that's going to be lingering.
Yeah, they're tending to his right leg, got it held in the air, similar to, you know, like a cramp. 9 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. There's the indication of dead ball. Personal foul is the indication against the Generals.
Looks like it's declined.
It's a dead ball foul, and they declined it. As the down would have counted, they're going to take the result of the play, I believe. We'll figure that out as we get back. But more importantly, there's an injured player on the field, still being tended to, Mr. Jameer Martin, number 6, a freshman quarterback DB for the Generals. We'll see what comes of this and how he handles himself getting off the field.
Well, you know, with the Oklahoma weather and Oklahoma, Texas, and all these hot places like this, you know, they've got to do a better job of prepping themselves so they don't, you know, throughout the week, so they're hydrated.
Hydration is the key. The starting quarterback, Diego Valdez, hasn't been back into the game. I don't know if he was injured or what the case may be. However, they're still dealing with Mr. Martin on the field for an extended period of time. He's still down on his back, and they're stretching him out. Due to the injury, we'll take another timeout here. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student-athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student-athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Injuries don't wait. for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries.
And we're back inside of CBS.
Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM
St. Anthony's, let the orthopedic experts at SSM Health and Bone and Joint Hospital help people get moving again. Call for an appointment today at 405-218-2530. That's 405-218-2530. St. Anthony's SSM Health. Title sponsors again also Metro Technology Centers. Metro Technology Centers offers great courses and programs to allow you to have a great career. Learn more at metrotech.edu. That's metrotech.edu. Number 6, Jameer Martin, is being carried off the field by his coaching staff. He's now down on one leg limping. We wish the best for that gentleman. He's exhibiting some great discomfort right now. And we'll see where the Generals go next for quarterbacking, as their original starting quarterback has been out of the game.
Once again, like we said, they're just a mirror image of each other right now.
So the teams are pretty much evenly yoked, evenly matched. They know each other well. So we'll see what happens from here. We got a quarterback change, and we're struggling to get that number, as our position in the booth is not the most advantageous position to see what's going on here. But the Generals are backed up deep at the 2-yard line, and the quarterback drops back into the pocket, throws a pass over the middle. That pass is intercepted by number 11 of the Red Wolves. He's still on his feet to the 10-yard line, still on his feet to the 5. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Strike up the band, man. A tip drill for the Red Wolves, taken to the house from the 20-yard line. That's number 11 of the Red Wolves, Michael Hunt, on the pick 6. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
And it's just what they needed, from their standpoint there. The quarterback was Diego
Valdez, which is the starting quarterback.
Yeah, he was in number 3 there. An errant throw, but it was just a great recovery. But that's just what was needed for Capitol Hill.
Hey, Capitol Hill definitely capitalized on that tip drill. Number 11 picks it up, takes it to the house, scoring for the Red Wolves. 8 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. The Red Wolves take the lead at this point, 12-7, with the extra point upcoming.
Yes.
Number 13 quarterbacking for the Red Wolves, Sergio Loreto at quarterback. A new running back in the backfield, number 8, Trishawn Gooseby, in at the slot back position. Ball thrown out to the flat to number 5. He catches the ball at the 2-yard line, goes into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Number 5, Jaqueline McDowell, receiver of that recipient of that pass, takes it to the end zone, bringing the score to the Capitol Hill Redskins 14, the U.S. Grant Generals 7. 8 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student
This scoring recap brought to you by A+ Lawn Service and owner Milo Wilson. We are offering leaf killer specials for $49 for a standard home, lot, and backyard, $225 per acre. Give them a call today at 767-3382. That's 405-767-3382. So the scoring drive was a simple play on a turnover, an 11-yard interception returned to the house by number 11 of the Red Wolves, Michael Hunt, taking the score to the 14-7 in favor of the Red Wolves.
Yeah, after that 2-point conversion, a much-needed 2-point conversion to keep the game on the even keel, possibly running into overtime. So that was a very well-executed 2-point conversion.
Absolutely. As we come back to action, 8 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play as we're lined up for the ensuing kickoff by the Red Wolves. deep to receive the ball for an onside kick, an up kick taken by number 3 at the 50-yard line. He's still on his feet, running to the 40-yard line, returns it to the 40, inside the 40-yard line into at the 37-yard line as one of the up backs took the kick and advanced it to that point.
That was Diego Valdez. No, I'm on the wrong side. Yes.
Okay, you're right. So we're flipping. So just in case you're wondering what's going on here in the booth, we're flipping this program over and over, trying to figure out which team had the ball. That ball was advanced by the Generals, and I believe number 3,
Valdez, Diego Valdez, yes,
who is the quarterback as an up back in anticipation of an onside kick.
Yeah, it was a great recognition, and you used the speed there and got your hands team right there like you're supposed to. So
absolutely.
Let's see what they can do here. They're at their 37-yard line. So 1st and 10. Here we go.
So here we go. The quarterback, direct snap, looks like a Wildcat here. Don't have a number yet. Number 11 is at quarterback, and the Wildcat, Raymond Hayes. He's listed as an athlete here on the 2 deep from U.S. Grant. Advances the ball about 8 yards to bring up 2nd down and about 2 from the 28-yard line of the Red Wolves.
Yeah, they've got him listed over here as a wide receiver and a defensive back. He showed some of his hand skills there. So let's hope to see more excitement and momentum going.
Yeah, so when life gives you lemons, squeeze them and make lemonade.
Absolutely, make lots of lemonade.
Yeah. So here we are. We're looking at a timeout situation going on here on the field. Don't know if it's for an injured. Yep, injured players up. The number 53 for the Red Wolves was injured on that play. Martinez is the injured player. He's up unaided. This will be a good time for the teams to hydrate as coaches are coaching them up on both sidelines. We've got an official timeout here for hydration, recovery, and all the stuff that goes with that. 8 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of play here at CB Spiegel Stadium. We'll keep it right here, and Max. And what have you seen so far that's intrigued you about the play here in the 3rd quarter?
I've seen a little bit of energy. I actually have. I mean, even when Nasheed got hurt, there was some energy building. I mean, and it looks like they're kind of getting out of their slump. We'll see what this score does to the Generals here. They seem they're out with a purpose right now. They seem like there's a sense of urgency, and that's what we want to see. They're executing a little bit better right now. So just like to see it consistently going. I don't want to see them take those 3 steps back.
Absolutely. What do you do next? When they score, okay, what do you do after they score? You got punched in the mouth, right? Not literally,
right?
But figuratively, they punched you in the mouth. They took the ball and scored. What the defense did, what the offense hadn't been able to do.
Correct.
They converted that into points. So now what do you do on offense? Well, here we are. Now the ball's down at the 28-yard line, 29-yard line of the Red Wolves. We're still in the timeout here, hydration and injury timeout. Inside that, once again, I want to mention the official, the 3rd team on the field. They're doing a great job tonight in keeping the game between the lines. Referee Dwayne Foss, umpire Jonathan Jackson, back judge Jimmy Jones, line judge Deshaun Buford, head linesman Kelvin Thomas. These officials are certified through the Oklahoma Secondary Activities Association and assigned through the Oklahoma City Metro Officials Association. So, by the way, fans, if you're listening and you think you can do a better job, or you've sat in the stands and wanted to officiate all this time, and you know the game better than they do, they're hiring. They've got immediate openings as the officials are greatly needed. And so we're back out of the timeout. Again, number 11 in at Wildcat formation. Hayes takes the ball, hands off to the right side to the up back. The ball is on the ground. No indication whether the officials are coming in flapping their arms and the Capitol Hill Red Wolves are jumping up and down. It appears as though there's going to be a turnover of the play. However, we have not had an indication from the officials as to whether or not the ball goes over, as they're still talking about it. Umpire Jonathan Jackson and referee Dwayne Foss are still having a conference. They're throwing the ball out to the sideline, and now we've got an indication. 1st down, ball goes over to the Red Wolves. So that fumble stops a drive deep into the Red Wolf territory by the Generals, that turnover there. 2 possessions in a row, turnovers by the Generals. What's going on with them?
Well, I think the injuries is probably messing their rhythm up a little bit. That's what that's what it looks like to me. They need to keep their rhythm. And the injuries are just playing a big part of it right now.
Number 13, the quarterback for the Red Wolves, hands the ball off to number 8 around the outside edge, around the left side. He runs out to about the 47-yard line. Fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds. That runs good for a first down and 10.
And that is a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down.
Tonight's first downs are sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams. 2 locations to serve you in the metropolitan area, Edmond and Midwest City. 7 minutes, 36 seconds with the clock running in the third quarter, with the Red Wolves leading 14-7 over the U.S. Grant Generals. First and 10 for the Red Wolves, 47-yard line. Number 13 at quarterback for the Red Wolves, Loretto, the back in the backfield, Trasheed Goolsby, and mentioning that Nasheed Flowers was injured early in the second half, or this half. The pass thrown out to the flat, number 5. He bounces off a defender, number 11. He's still on his feet inside the 35-yard line, down to about the 32-yard line. That pitch and catch is going to be good for another first down. And that is a Big O Pork and Dreams first down. 2 locations to serve you here in the Oklahoma City area, metropolitan area, Edmond and Midwest City. 7 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That pitch and catch good for a first down inside the 35-yard line, down to about the 31-yard line for the Red Wolves. First and 10 there for them. The quarterback, Loretto, looks to the sideline for the play. Twins right, trips to left, single back set, one single high rep, has the ball off to number 8, Goolsby again. He's met in the backfield by number 75 of the Generals, Alexis Hernandez, and a couple of his friends. No gain on the play, loss of about 1 yard on the play, brings up second down and 11 for the Red Wolves, who are moving right to left on your radio.
Well, Alexis is one of those players that they were saying to watch out for. Now you see why. He's got strength, speed. He's a tough load to handle there.
He's a big man.
Yes, he is.
A big man-child right there, clogging up the hole there, playing nose tackle, or looks like he's playing line up at the guard position there on the 4-man front for the Generals. 7 seconds remaining on the play clock as the play comes in. Single back set, Twins left and right. The quarterback in the shotgun formation looks back, throws the ball over the middle. There's a stoppage in play.
Doesn't look like they got the ball off.
Timeout is the call.
Okay.
As the play clock is running down, the coach called a timeout. 5 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. The Red Wolves have second down and 10 at the 32-yard line. We'll take a break right here. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this message. And we're back listening to the Game of the Week. And we're back inside of CB Spiegel Stadium. The ball snapped to the quarterback and taken around the right side. Number 5 is the ball carrier, Naquan Carter. The ball carrier, a little extracurricular activity on the sideline there. Might have been a little late hit there. However, no hanky was drawn by the officials. Well, they're conferencing now. Maybe there was a flag thrown. I don't know. We'll see what comes of that. A nice pickup on the play of about 9 yards to bring up short yardage on the upcoming play. However, don't know, no indication of anything just yet. Holding is the indication. At holding penalties against the Red Wolves.
Well, they're starting their trend here. Hopefully they can break this on this drive. But, you know, like I said, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, and the trend is they can't shake it at this point. But let's hope that they can focus a little bit and get some rhythm going.
Well, maybe they're backing up to pad their stats. You know, Mr. Goolsby's been running hard and coming in relief of Flowers, who was injured earlier. Looks like an ankle injury, possibly a high ankle sprain. I don't know yet, but too early to tell with that. But he hasn't come back into the game. But Goosby's filling in nicely there in the backfield. Single back set. The ball hands off to Goosby. He comes around the left side. He's grabbed there, retreats a little bit, and tackled for a loss near the 40-yard line on a nice play by number 2, Ty Ball. Looks like Goosby's down on the play on the field on that. The running back. An official's timeout for injury here after a nice play or tackle by the defense. Ty Ball.
Yeah, there was some great discipline there by Ty Ball there. He stuck with it and, like I said, squared his shoulders, picked up his speed, and stuck to him like glue and brought him down.
Yeah, pinned his ears back and made the play. One man to beat, and he couldn't beat him. He is down on the play. Looks like he's wincing there. The medical staff is out to aid and talk to him because of the injury. We'll take a break here. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth
Well, it looks
look
like we're
at the
still
Oklahoma
live
high
here. We
school
didn't go to break
student
there.
athlete and what makes
We'll keep it
he
right
or
here on,
she become great at what they do.
at the
Super Prep
stadium
Live
on a beautiful night here in Oklahoma City on a Friday night, week 2 high school football. Interconference battle, all-city conference foes featuring 2 teams from not too far apart here on the south side, deemed as the South Side Classic or the South Side Showdown, depends on who you listen to.
It's definitely a classical showdown. How about that?
Hey, we could do that. Looking ahead next week, the Generals will play Southeast here at CB Spiegel Stadium, and that's the South Side Bedlam has been labeled.
Yes.
Looking for that to be a great game also. Capitol Hill travels next week to Northwest Classen. They'll face them in another inner city game to be played in Taft Stadium. We're back here. As we come back here at a break, there's 5 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Quarterback into the shotgun formation. Third down and about 17, 18 yards to go. The quarterback rolls to his left, throws out to his left. The pass is picked off by number 2, Ty Ball. He's still on his feet, headed down the sideline. 3 men to beat. He's still running down to about the 25-yard line. An interception on the play by number 2, Ty Ball. Turns the ball over to the Generals inside the 30-yard line at about the 26-yard line.
Well, he read that play perfectly. He read the quarterback the whole way and just put himself in a position to make that interception. It was a good interception and a very good run back there, helping his team out. They needed that.
Almost like he was inside the huddle, knew what was going to be called. He stepped up and made the play there to turn the ball over to the Generals in great field position inside the 30-yard line, about the 27-yard line for the Generals.
Yeah, short of pick 6, you can't ask for anything better than that. They're deep into the territory on the 25, almost to the red zone.
So number 6 is back in after an injury. Jameer Martin back in at quarterback. The freshman, he's been banged up tonight, but he's back into the game at quarterback, playing quarterback tonight in the shotgun formation. Lining up now, calling the play, getting everybody settled. He's moving around, calls for the snap at 2 seconds on the play clock, hands the ball off to on the inside play to number, can't see him right now, looks like number 2, Ty Ball, the ball carrier, stopped by number 27 of the Red Wolves, Jory Phillips. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Generals.
Tough yards to pick up here. They got to keep plugging at it.
Tough grounding after some injuries on both sides of the ball. We're down to some reserve players and players who are out there hurt trying to make plays. The quarterback again, number 6, Martin, in the formation, looks out, scrambles to his left, throws the ball outside to number 11, Hayes. He makes the catch. He's out, runs out to about the 10-yard line, met there in the back by the defenders in the backfield. But that play is good for a first down for the Generals inside of the 10-yard, or just outside the 10-yard line.
And that is sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams with 2 locations in, where is it located? Midwest City and
Midwest
Edmond,
City and Edmond,
right?
yeah.
That's right.
The original location in Edmond. Big O's Pork and Dreams.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, I got it on my mind right now. The Big Nasty.
That's why I was asking where it is, so I know exactly where I need to go.
I know that's real. 1st and 10 for the Generals inside of the 15-yard line. The quarterback rolls out, passes the ball out into the right flat, caught and met there immediately. Number 5, the recipient of the pass, Naquan Carter, stopped for minimal gain after about 3-yard pickup on that play. A nice play by the defense.
And even picking up a couple of yards is much better than what they've been following their big plays with.
Yeah, it's positive yards, and it keeps moving in the right location or direction. Number 6 again, the quarterback for the Generals, Martin, rolls out to his left. Looks like he's going to call his own number. He's got room out to run out there. There's a flag on the play. He dips and dabs out to about the 1 yard line, falls into the end zone. There's no indication. The indication by the officials is touchdown. However, there is a flag on the play at about the 8 yard line.
Boy, they have got to hope that this is something that against the defense, but it looks like it's going to come back.
Holding is the indication against the Generals. Take the 6 off the board, back them up 10 yards. It'll be second down and about 18 after all the dust settles.
Well, just like what we just talked about, they've been having success here, and we were hoping that they didn't do something to take that success away. Hopefully they have a short memory and they can get back into it, right away, immediately.
Hey, rinse, ring, use again. We're gonna load this thing up and try it all over again. So second down upcoming for the Generals, just inside the 20 yard line, about the 17 yard line, I should say. The quarterback calls his own number, runs around the right side. He retreats, backs up. Yeah, retreat and backs up and loses yard and is tackled just outside the 25-yard line for another loss on the play at the 27-yard line.
I wonder if he's running a little bit out of fuel there. We've seen his speed tonight. He's taken some bumps. He's taken some hits. He looked like he has a little less energy than he did earlier.
He's definitely taken some licks tonight, but he's come back. He's trying to lead his team to a victory here in this game against some of his own friends.
He's a tough young man, that's for sure.
Stays in at quarterback in the shotgun formation, twins left and right. There's a flag on the play as the snap is fumbled. False start is the indication against the correction. Offsides is the indication against the defense. So that's a net 5 yard pickup for the Generals.
Well, that'll get him back almost to the red zone.
Yeah, just outside the 20 yard line, about the 22 yard line. It'll still be third down and all of that to go. They've got to get down to about the 2 yard line for a first down. So at the 22 yard line, 20 yards, third down 20 upcoming for the Generals. Martin takes a snap, rolls to his left, looks towards the middle of the field. Pass is caught by number 8 just outside the 10 yard line. Met there by a bunch of Red Wolves. Martin is on the junior.
He's a running back, but he looked like a tight end there the way he went up and got that.
He went high.
Yes, he did.
It reminds me of some of the days back when the Cowboys were playing.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't tell I'm a Cowboy fan, can you?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't want it to show. That's the Dallas Cowboys, just in case you were wondering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fourth down upcoming for the Generals at the 10 yard line. They've got to get to about the 2 for the first down. The snap, back to the quarterback, looks out to the flat, throws the pass out complete, tries to shake a tackle at about the 5 yard line. He stopped at the 6 yard line. He's going to fail to make the line to gain, and the ball is going to go over to the Red Wolves. So the Red Wolf defense bends, but they don't break. They stop the Generals inside of the 10 yard line, and they'll take over first and 10 at about the 6 yard line.
You got to tip your hat to the defense. They, like you said, they bent, but they didn't break, and they needed that momentum stopper right there. I hate to see that for the Generals right there because they were on such a roll, but they'll grow from it. I mean, they just will. But the defense did a heck of a job there, staying disciplined, staying home, staying in their lanes, and tackling, wrapping up.
Absolutely. For the Generals, if you're a General playing on defense or offense at this point, you just got to have short memory. Be ready to pep your defense up. Be ready to get out there and even if you're a two-way player, get out there and make a difference for your team. As we come back, it's first and 10 for the Red Wolves at about the 6 yard line. Number 13, the quarterback, hands off to number 8 around the outside edge, looking for room out there. He's outside the 10 yard line to about the 14 yard line where he's tackled there by number 3. Diego Valdez is listed on our program.
And that was a heck of a tackle right there. He had some nice blocking by his wide receiver, and Valdez kind of jammed things up to make him a little bit indecisive as to which way he was going.
Yeah, he zigged and zagged, and Valdez met him there. Pick up 8 on the play, second down 2 upcoming for the Red Wolves at about the 14 yard line. Second down 2. twins left and right for the Red Wolves, single back formation, quarterback shotgun formation, moving left to right on your radio. Correction, right to left. Hand off to number 8, Goolsby. He zigs and zags, changes hands across the 20-yard line out to the 25-yard line, near the 30-yard line, still on his feet, bumbles and stumbles out to about the 33-yard line. A nice run by the backup running back, number 8, Goolsby.
Yes, and that's a first down sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams, 2 locations, Midwest City and Edmond. That was a heck of a run right there, man.
Nice run on the play. Injured player on the field, number 53 for the Red Wolves, Martinez, as he's been down on the field before, popped up earlier. It looks like he's, again, suffering from some type of leg cramp, as that's a preliminary indication, as he's wincing with pain, and the athletic staff has his foot in the air, bending it back towards his head.
I think it's about his second time, being down with an injury of some sort here. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's just cramps.
Absolutely. Preliminary indication. You ever had a leg cramp like that?
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah, and I'm finding out now that I get a Charlie and a horse just getting out of bed. No physical exertion whatsoever, just standing up to go to the restroom.
Well, I can understand that, man. It happens when you're a Cowboy fan. So are you looking forward to the game here coming up Sunday?
So I didn't see that coming. I'm looking forward to the game that I'm leaving tonight at midnight, headed that way.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not to the game, but I just got to go down that way. I've got some family stuff that I got to take care of.
It makes sense
in that area.
You'll be in the land of Dallas anyway, so you'll be at home there while they play.
There are 2 types of Cowboy fans. You're either with us or against us.
True.
And it sounds like you're against us.
I'll plead the fifth on that.
Okay. 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play here at CB Spiegel Stadium. Capitol Hill Redskins lead the U.S. Grant Generals 14-7 after the injury. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves at about the 32-yard line. Number 8, the ball carrier, handed off in the backfield in a single back set. Number 8, Goolsby, the ball carrier for the Red Wolves. In case you're wondering, the starting running back for the Red Wolves was injured earlier. Mr. Flowers went out of the game with some type of leg injury. He has not returned. Goolsby's coming in nice relief of him. 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
They've got a good change of pace in backs back here, and they're all very talented.
Yeah, Loretto, the quarterback for the Red Wolves. 15 seconds on the play clock, 25 seconds on the game clock. There's a twin back set, single back receiver to the left, twins to the right. There's a handoff to number 5 around the right side, looking for running room, gets around the edge, out near the 40-yard line, runs out of bounds about the 39-yard line. 11.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. McDowell, the ball carrier, on a pseudo jet sweep to the right, picks up positive yards for the Red Wolves, runs out of bounds, stopping the clock at 11 seconds remaining before the fourth quarter.
And that was good. That was a very well executed play there. Everybody was disciplined on the line and stayed in their lanes and blocked and gave them an opportunity to pick up some good yards there.
Yeah, receivers got down and engaged the DBs where he could turn the corner, pick up positive yards there. Third down and about 5 upcoming for the Red Wolves. 11 seconds on the game clock remaining in the third quarter. Shotgun formation, single back set. Again, hand off to Goolsby along the left side. This time Ty Ball sniffs that thing out, holds him up for his friend, number 75, Alexis Hernandez. A loss on the play of about 2. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Red Wolves. 4th down upcoming. That's the end of the third quarter here at CB Spiegel Stadium. The score of the Capitol Hill Red Wolves 14, the U.S. Grant Generals 7. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metrotech. We'll be back after this break.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 North.
Intensity here, pick up here. It looks like they're bringing more players in with the injuries and things, so you got some fresh players out there as well. But I expect to see some intensity here.
Exactly. In years past, these teams have been limited on the number of players they've had, limited resources to come in. But in talking to both coaches in pregame, they're excited about the numbers, the rejuvenation of their program, the excitement that the kids are exhibiting to be a part of this thing. Talking to Coach Levacy, who is a legacy member of the coaching staff. Mom, dad, both attended U.S. Grant. He attended U.S. Grant. He's come back to his alma mater as the head coach here at U.S. Grant tonight.
Well, a lot of pride there. So we'll see it improve as it has. Here we go. Back to live action.
Back to action. Number 6, the quarterback, hands the ball off to number, I don't know that number right now, but he comes out of the left side, picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. We'll get a number for you here in just a second as we clear the pile. Number 8 is the ball carrier for the Generals. Andre Martin, a junior, picks up about 4 yards on the play. Second down, 6 upcoming for the Generals. 11 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the regulation. U.S. Grant trails Capitol Hill 7-14. Martin, the quarterback, looking for signals coming from the sideline. Twins left and right. Single back set. Shotgun formation. Sends the back out of the backfield. Martin's dancing around, throws the ball out high to his intended receiver, number 5, Naquan Carter. There's a flag on the play thrown by the umpire.
Looked like a little bit of confusion right there between the wide receiver and the quarterback. Could have executed a little better, but who knows what threw him off right there.
Ineligible receiver downfield is the indication against the Generals. That's a 5-yard penalty.
That's loss of down as well, correct? No?
Yeah, not in high school.
Oh, okay.
No LOD on that play.
Okay. I guess I better brush up on it.
Yeah, I used to know all those rules. Some of them now have slipped through the cracks. But that 5-yard penalty, Markov takes it back to second down 12 for the Generals at about the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation for Martin. Low snap, picks it up cleanly, throws the ball over the middle. It's intercepted at near the 50-yard line by number 3 of the Red Wolves, Angel Ornelius. Interception by the Red Wolves. The ball turned over about the 47-yard line. That's where the Red Wolves will take over possession of the football. 10 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in regulation. Capitol Hill football, and they have the lead.
Well, it looks like their defense is picking up where their offense is wavering a little bit. Hopefully the offense can get some energy from their defense here. That's a heck of a turnover there.
Yeah, the old adage, iron sharpens iron, I think comes to mind, whatever that means at this point. But it's a team game, and the defensive team has risen to the occasion for the Red Wolves tonight.
Right. I agree 100%.
First and 10 for the Red Wolves upcoming here. 10 minutes, 59 seconds left to go with tonight's contest in regulation here at CB Spiegel Stadium on a pack-the-house night for the the Red Wolves. I told myself I wasn't going to make that mistake.
I know. That's
for years and years and years. They were known by the old name, and now they've changed that up. Number 8, the ball carrier for the Red Wolves, Andre Martin, a junior. Number 8, Trayshawn Goolsby. A pickup of about 2 yards.
That's why, if you notice, I've only said
Capitol Hill. You're cheating a little bit.
Exactly. It's still the other name is still there, but yeah, the Red Wolves. Yeah. Like you said, it's like say that several times. It's bound to come out.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was a Viking, and we spent a lot of time down here. Matter of fact, the schools look alike. Ball handed off number 5 around the outside edge, hits around the right side, shakes off a tackle near the 38-yard line, stays in bounds, I believe. Tackled there by a host of generals. Number 5, the ball carrier.
McDowell on the play there. That's a heck of a run by him to stay in bounds and pick up a few extra yards with all those guys hanging on him.
Inside of 10 minutes here at CB Spiegel Stadium. 3rd down and short, about 1 yard to go for the Red Wolves with a 3rd down upcoming. The play is being signaled in from the sideline. Personnel change. Number 13 quarterbacking for the Red Wolves, Sergio Loreto. He's gone all the way for the Red Wolves tonight. Single back in the backfield, number 8, Treshawn Goolsby. Trips left, single receiver to the right. The defense nudges and jumps, comes off sides. There's a flag on the play. Preliminary indication is offsides against the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty, and it will make the line to gain, giving the Red Wolves a 1st down with 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in regulation.
Well, I know the coaches were talking about their keys to the games with the 1-11 deal. You know, it's starting. I think they're probably getting a little bit tired. The defenses have been out there quite a bit tonight, so a little bit of, anxiety, a little bit of fatigue is setting in with the defenses right now.
9 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. There's the snap, handed off to number 8, Goolsby up the middle. A nice gain on the play. The interior line, offensive line, is still firing off the ball. Made a nice hole. I think I could have gotten through that hole.
I definitely could have gotten through there.
I think I could have made a difference. I think I could have. So 2nd down upcoming for the Red Wolves. 2nd down and about 5. Short 5, long 6. Short 6, long 5. Upcoming for the Red Wolves at about the 29-yard line.
We'll say it's a long 5.
Okay, long 5.
There we go.
8 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in regulation. Trips left, single to the right, single back, shotgun formation. Ball handed off again. Number 8, Goolsby around the left side, finds a hole. There's a flag on the play thrown by the referee in the backfield. There's a stoppage on play. Number 8, a nice pickup on the play. Holding is the indication against the Red Wolves. Flag thrown by the referee in the backfield. That's a spot foul. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Well, that might be the reason why he was sprung so open on that play. I mean, he scoots through most holes very easily, but that might have been a reason right there. It's possible.
Listen, if you hold him, I'll get through there. I promise.
I guarantee I get through there. If you
I'll get through there.
Absolutely.
Dizzy Dean once said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Well, they're trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, why'd you hold him, son? So he wouldn't get to the quarterback. And it worked.
Absolutely.
But the referees caught him. So going to back him up 10 yards, 8 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in regulation. 2nd down at about 16 upcoming from the Red Wolves, just out inside the 40-yard line. Call it the 39. There's the snap. Quarterback out of the backfield, fakes to the left. Pass nearly intercepted by number 3, the quarterback of the other team, Valdez. Incomplete pass. 3rd down upcoming.
I think Valdez sniffed that one out. The quarterback ended up double pumping on that because I think he wanted to throw it the first time, but Valdez had filled the lane. So that was a great play by Valdez to kind of break that up. Almost, made a dangerous situation for an interception.
Yeah, nice linebacker play by number 3. Got in halfway between the quarterback and the receiver, jumped up and down, presented himself. Quarterback had to double pump it, and then when he did throw it, Valdez was right there to knock it down, nearly intercepting it. If he'd have gotten both mitts on that ball, he'd have gone to the other end of the end zone because there was no one else there.
He'd still be running right now.
Here's a snap back to the Valdez. A middle screen thrown, sniffed out nicely. Number 32 is the ball recipient of the pass. The big interior lineman made a magnanimous play on that play. I mean, he's a big guy, and he held on for dear life.
Yeah, that's one of the stars of the game right there. One of the guys to watch, number 75 there, wrapped him up, and he was going nowhere.
Had him wrapped up like a Christmas present.
Absolutely.
Pretty mumuch. Kind of like the Cowboys going to do the Bucs this weekend.
Well, that ought to be interesting. We should find out.
We'll find out.
I can't wait to find out.
Well, that's definitely what we're going to have to do is wait. 7 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in regulation. 4th down upcoming. The quarterback, who's also the punter, scrambles around the left side and pooch kicks the ball out of bounds, goes out near the 19-yard line. However, it travels some out of bounds ahead of that as the back judge comes up to mark it with the referee. And there's the chop right there at about the 24-yard line, and that's where the Generals will set up shop. With 7 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in regulation, they trail by 7 points, a 1 touchdown and extra point conversion. 7 minutes, 9 seconds to go, right where you want to be to have the ball with an opportunity to go down and tie the game up.
Still anybody's game right now, especially the way the offensive, outbursts can be if they can just capitalize and keep it consistent. Now I have a question for you as a referee. When they kick the balls like that and they go out of bounds, I'm amazed at how well they actually spot the ball. Is that an easy thing?
So it's almost like synchronized swimming in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
The referee in this case sees the flight of the ball, and back judge comes up and they mark it right there. Back to action. Martinez's pass is intended for number 20, incomplete for Jones in the left flat. Pass is thrown a little short.
Yeah, I don't think people understand how hard that is, the official's job. It looks easy from the TV and from here, but
listen, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
That's true.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. Many are called, but few are chosen. 7:05 remaining in regulation. Trips to the left side. Single back formation. A bubble screen thrown to number 12. He's dancing, pressing, puts his foot in the ground, steps. He's tackled there just outside the 20-yard line for minimal or no gain, maybe a loss on the play. We'll see here in just a second when all the dust settles. Yeah, about a 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down upcoming for the Generals. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in regulation as the clock's running. Inside 26 seconds on the play clock. The quarterback, number 6, Martin, looks to the sideline for the play. Looks like we got trips left, single back, single receiver to the right side of the field, to the big side of the field. There's a snap and a flag on the play.
They looked unsettled during that time there. I thought they took a little bit of too much time to get in their offensive position here.
So the team's going no huddle. I'm not understanding if you're in a no huddle situation why we're in a hurry, because we're standing on the line of scrimmage, so nobody has to go anywhere. All we got to do is bark out signals and get a play from the sideline and say go. That always amazes me at all levels how we have that. The play coming in late from the sideline. There's a timeout called by the Generals with 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Third down and about 15 upcoming for the Generals. Hey, we'll take a timeout right here. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
And we're back inside the press box here at CB Spiegel Stadium. Dwayne Doolittle on the call with my man Max.
Yes, sir.
It's
glad to be here.
Hey, it's the Do It Max show. We're glad to have you along for the ride, folks. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast, but we're not done yet. 6 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in regulation here in the Southside Classic featuring Capitol Hill and U.S. Grant, where the Red Wolves lead 14-7. Number 6, Martin's pass, thrown across the middle to complete the number 11, Hayes. That looks like that's going to be good for a first down out to Hayes, the junior, listed an athlete on the program. That pitch and catch is good for a first down.
And that's a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down with 2 locations, one in Edmond and in Midwest City.
Big O's Pork and Dreams, making all your dreams come true. 6 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in regulation. The Generals convert on a first down outside the 35-yard line at about the 37, 1st and 10. We've got twins left and right, break the bone out Quarterback keeps the ball up the middle. He's got a hold in the middle. He's out, dodges one tackle, gets tackled out about the 46-yard line. Correction, about the 44-yard line, where he's brought down there on a nice gain of about 7 or 8.
You know, that was all set up by what you've been wanting all night. The previous play was about a 15, 20-yard pass that loosened up the defense, which gave the quarterback a chance to run up the field, loosen the defense a little bit.
Yeah, stretch the field a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got an injured player on the field for the Generals. Unknown right now who that player is. We'll get you that information as soon as we can. On a humid, hot night, we're seeing a lot of conditioning type situations. I won't call them injuries, but type situations where players appear as though they're exhibiting cramp-like symptoms.
Yes.
And I empathize and sympathize with these players. You know, going through all this. You know, it's only you only take in so much hydration, and you think you're hydrated, but you're not.
Yeah, I mean, there's just you can only prepare so much. I mean, and what you expend out here on the field is far beyond what you'd think you'd expend. I mean, these guys are sweating, and I'm sure they're drinking the best electrolytes and things like that. It's just a matter of it catching up to you when it does.
Absolutely. You know, you're going back
Both
and forth.
ways,
But
yeah.
we got two-way players out here.
Yeah.
You're going against the best of the best for each team. And sometimes it just takes a lot of gas out of you. Big number 79, it looks like. Correction, number 70 for the Red Wolves. Looks like to be Joaquin Alvarez. He's walking off the field, limping slightly, but
appears to be cramping. That's what that is.
Yeah.
What it appears to be.
Limping slightly, but he's walking off by himself.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
I mean, not bad company. He's got 3 female trainers, athlete trainers. I mean, if that's the way to get attention, man, it works.
Well, I can only tip my hat to him. I can only tip my hat to him.
Not that that's what he was doing, but I'm going to try that on the way out of here and see if that helps.
Damn, I was going to do that myself.
So 5 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in regulation.
Of course, it'll just end up being both of us.
Yeah, we'll limp out together. Number 6, Martin, the quarterback for the Generals. Shotgun formation, single back set, sends it back out in the backfield, throws the ball out to the right side, caught there at the 50-yard line, shakes the tackle. Number 20, brought down, pursued by number 11, number 12, and 27. A nice pickup on the play outside or inside the 45-yard line. It's good for first down yardage. No flags on the correction. There is a flag on the play. Personal foul. Roughing the passer is the indication.
Wow.
That 15-yard penalty is going to be added on to the end of the run. That's going to put the Generals in real good position inside the Redwood territory.
Well, you know, they already picked up 15 yards on that play, and that first down is a sponsored first down by Big O's Pork and Dreams. With Big O's Pork and Dreams has 2 locations to serve you, with locations in Edmond and Midwest City. Tell Big O that we sent you.
Hey, tell Big O Deuce sent you, and I'll be by later on. How about that? So after about 30-yard pickup on the play, the Generals set up shop at about the 30-yard line. First and 10 there. 5 minutes, 11 seconds. Quarterback back in the pocket, looking, scrambling around, goes out to his left side, still looking down the field, jumps in the air, throws, has a wide-open receiver, underthrows him maybe. The officials indicate incomplete pass, just a little outside.
Just a little outside.
A wide open receiver, just not enough strength to get it down there to him.
Well, he was throwing across his body, and it was hard to get that on there, kind of running for his life at that point. But great effort there by both players. Just didn't execute it.
It's all for naught. There is a flag on the play. Ineligible receiver downfield is a call. A 5-yard penalty will back him up. Be first and 15 from the 35-yard line. 4 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in regulation. The Generals still in good shape with 4 minutes and 45 seconds and first and 15.
Well, they are playing with a sense of urgency, it seems like, so we'll see what happens here.
The quarterback sends the back out of the backfield, throws the ball across the middle, complete to number 12. He's met there by big number 53 of the Red Wolves, Martinez. On the tackle, number 12, the ball recipient, Frank Watson, a senior receiver for the Generals. A nice pickup on the play of about 10, maybe 9. Second down, 6 upcoming.
Well, that's what you want to see on first down like that, is for them to pick up that kind of yardage. Puts them in a good, favorable down.
Positive yardage, positive gain.
Yes.
We got a positive mental attitude right here. Quarterback in the backfield Shotgun rolls to the right, throws the ball. A wide open receiver out there is broken up nicely by the Red Wolves, number 11 on the play.
It's a dangerous pass there that was almost picked off.
Michael Hunt in defense for the Red Wolves. A dangerous pass across the body downfield to the wide side of the field.
Yes.
Just didn't have enough to get it there. Nearly intercepted. Stops the clock. 3 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in regulation. Third down and about 6 upcoming for the Generals.
Well, we're looking to see that momentum pick up. Like I said, their sense of urgency is picking up and their energy is. So let's see what they do next.
Red Wolves are pinning their ears back. The Generals again, deep snap formation. Quarterback still dancing around. Breaks up the middle. There's a flag on the play. Quarterback still loose, headed towards the end zone. He's down to about inside the 10-yard line. He's tackled there by number 27. There's a flag on the play.
Well, it's back there with the back judge, so you already kind of have an idea what it is. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that flag thrown by the umpire. The guy in the middle.
Okay.
Holding is the preliminary indication against the Generals. At 10-yard penalty, he's going to back them up. Third down and about 15 to go for the Generals.
Well, it's going to hurt a little bit here, but if they keep playing the way they're playing, they've been picking these up on this drive. Let's see if they can continue to pick this up and make a game of it here.
Definitely 4-down territory right here if I'm the coach. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Let's make this thing manageable here on a play right here. We can cut this thing in half and then go forward again and go forward on the 4th down. 3 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in regulation. Capitol Hill leads 14-7 over the Generals. The quarterback in shotgun formation adjusts the backfield, sends the back to his right side, sends him out into the flat, looks across the middle, throws the ball across the middle to that receiver, that back out of the backfield, catches the ball inside the 30-yard line at about the 29, 27. At the 28-yard line is where they finally settle the ball. 4th down and about 8 upcoming for the Generals.
Well, they picked up more than half, just like you said here, so here's their opportunity to do the same thing. They've got the ability to do so.
Yeah, makes this thing 4th down a little more manageable. There's a timeout called by the Generals. 3 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in regulation. We've got a nail-biter here at CB Spiegel Stadium. What are your keys to the game? What do you see so far going for them in both instances? If they make it, if they don't make it, what do you do here?
Well, I think that, like you said, right here they want to stretch the field just a little bit or give the illusion that they are, and the quarterback's got to make a quick decision. If he's going to take off, he's got to go. And he's got the ability to do so, and just hope that his team holds up and they don't, hold here. If they don't make it, they're just going to have to – the defense is going to, like we said, they're going to have to bend but not break. Actually, they don't even need to bend. As far as for Capitol Hill on the other side, they've just got to stay disciplined right here. They can't get overexcited, overrun the play, stay in their lanes, and pressure the quarterback. If they're running – whatever wide receiver packages they're running, I would suggest getting, up in their face a little bit. I wouldn't let them run for 10 yards before you meet them there. The quarterback has been pretty successful throwing that ball across there. So I think pressure for Capitol Hill is very important at this point.
So you're looking for press coverage? Man-to-man coverage? Send the blitz?
Yes.
All of the above?
All of the above.
So it's best of best. Best on best right here.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's look at what the defense comes out in. We've got twins left and right for the General. Single back set, quarterback in shotgun formation. Here comes the snap. Snap's clean. Rolls out to his right side. Looks, stops, retreats, comes back to his left side. He's still got the ball in the backfield. One man to beat, throws the ball in towards the end zone. There's a man there. He catches the ball. The official indicates out at the 2-yard line that he's out of bounds, incomplete. The ball goes over on downs to the Red Wolves.
That was a heck of an effort, and the idea was really good what they were doing there. For me, it just seemed like it was a very slow developing play, but they did go for it. I give them that. They went for it all right there, and it just now it's time for the defense to step up and see if they can get them the ball back with some time on the clock.
So 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in regulation. The Generals are limited on timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Wolves have the lead, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. They have the lead and the ball. I'm looking to have everything in bounds if I'm the Red Wolves.
Absolutely.
Get all you can get and get on the ground and get ready for the next play, as the Generals don't have the full allotment of timeouts. Clock management is essential here. But on the other side of the ball, if I'm the defense, I'm pinning my ears back and I'm sending somebody. We're putting pressure on the quarterback.
Nobody gets off the line of scrimmage.
Nobody.
Absolutely. Number
13, the quarterback, and an errant snap. Snap to number 8, Goolsby. He stopped in the backfield for a loss on the play. Loss of about 2 yards on the play.
That's very good by the interior defense there. They just, like you said, they've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. They've got to pin their ears back and fill those gaps. And it looks like that's what they're committing to.
No doubt. Hey, at this moment, I want to give the opportunity to take a shout-out to the public address announcer here at CB Spiegel Stadium, none other than the incomparable Leroy Combs, the ultimate OSU Cowboy. Big shout-out to him as he renders his services and gives back. Here we're back to action. Number 5, the ball carrier around the right side. He's looking to stay in bounds. He's pushed out after minimal gain on the play. Looks like the clock is still running, stopped in bounds. Third down upcoming for the Red Wolves.
Well, that was a smart decision by him to stay in bounds. And at the point of contact, the referees called the play dead right there instead of letting the momentum carry him out of bounds. So.
Absolutely. Forward progress was stopped in bounds, and that's where we marked him out right at that spot. Didn't give him that extra yards when he went forward. So it's going to be third down and 10. The Generals are calling another timeout here to conserve time with 1:52 remaining in regulation. A third down and 10 upcoming. A big play here for defense, but equally a big play for the offensive side of the ball.
Well, also, one of the things that they have to look for, if it does get down to a punt situation, they just cannot let that ball bounce down there. We know that they're probably going to do the running kick with the quarterback.
Right, running rugby kick as we call it.
Exactly. Yeah. The Generals have to be prepared for that. They can't allow that ball to hit the ground. If they do that running rugby kick, they got to get it, and they have got to make some progress yardage-wise. They need that. They can't allow that ball to sit there and get them further out of field
for every
position.
bounce, there's a second.
Exactly.
Yeah. So clock management becomes essential here. 1:52 remaining. Get a stop here on third down. Force the hand of the Red Wolves essentially to do something on fourth down. And this deep in the territory, I'm almost going to bet everything I got here. They're going to punt the ball to get it out, to reverse the field or flip the field, if you will, proverbially. Here we are back, 1:52 remaining, CB Spiegel Stadium for the Southside Classic, featuring the Red Wolves of Capitol Hill and the U.S. Grant Generals. 14-7 is the score, with the Capitol Hill leading. Here's the ball, the carrier up the middle. Number 7 is the ball carrier. He's back in the game.
Wow.
Number 7 has come back into the game. Looks like Rasheed Flowers running with power again. A nice gain on the play. Brings up fourth down and about 2 with the clock still running. 1 minute 32 seconds remaining in the regulation.
Well, they've got Mr. Flowers that's still in there in the backfield.
Flowers is in there favoring that ankle just a tad bit, but this is too big of a game for him, he says. Coach, put me in. Call my number. Fourth down upcoming, 4th and 2 for the Red Wolves. 9 seconds on the play clock. The quarterback looks to the sideline. Everybody stands up now, looks at the sideline, looks at the coach. He calls a timeout.
Tried to draw him off sides.
Yeah, we're going to fake and sneak him that play. 1 minute 6 seconds. Capitol Hill Red Wolves take a timeout. 4th down and 2. This is the ball game.
Absolutely. Their whole strategy there was to burn the clock.
No doubt.
I expect them fully to come out and punt this ball and put the onus on them deep in their territory. We'll see what happens.
It all reminds me of a cliche. Mm-hmm. And picture yourself in a movie, and we're at the end, and where they say, it all comes down to this.
Absolutely, as it does.
Yeah, I've been waiting to say that. I practiced that all week. It all comes down to this. So 1 minute 6 seconds. The offense, the Red Wolves have talked to the coach. They've got a game plan here. Coach Levacy is firing up his defense. He's talking to the guys individually and collectively. The Red Wolves are set. The Generals are still in their huddle. The third team is out there. They're ready to go. The officiating crew has done a nice job tonight, by the way.
Have, yes.
There have been a few flags on the play. It's been both sides, pretty manageable. But they've done a great job managing this ball game tonight. A big ball game for these teams.
Well, the great thanks to them is the fact that there's not been any controversial calls. So everything that they've done has been pretty much, it is what it has been. And that's a good sign.
I remember my longtime referee, Charles Green. He'd always say, let's just call the vanilla, whatever that was. So here we are. The punter rolls to his left side, punts the ball down near the 35-yard line, and it rolls out of bounds there at the 35-yard line. 57.9 seconds remaining in regulation. That's where the Generals will set up shop. 1st and 10 at that point.
U.S. Grant has shown us that they have the ability to pick up 15 yards, 20 yards, when they stay disciplined and go for it. They just, they need to manage getting up the field here. I was a little surprised that they weren't prepared for that kick. They didn't have anybody back. They could have at least had one guy back because they always roll to that side and kick. So I'm a little shocked about that, but here's their opportunity to even this game up right here.
All right, Max, I was a little premature earlier.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Now.
It all comes down to this. 57.9 seconds remaining. Hey, that fits just about anywhere. 57.9, the quarterback looks deep. He still has the ball, throwing deep across the middle. A nice spiral. It's broken up at the 30-yard line by number 16 of the Red Wolves, Jameer Starr, intended for number 12, Watson of the Generals.
That was a gutsy play right there. I think they strung it out a little bit longer than I would have liked it to be, but it was a gutsy play on both sides.
A deep pass across the middle. We haven't seen that much tonight. No. Across the middle passes. So here we are again, twins left and right. Single back breaks out the backfield. Low snap, gathered nice pressure on the quarterback by number 7. He's going around the right side looking for get out of bounds. Scampers out to about the 45-yard line. Forced out of bounds there by number 6 of the Red Wolves, Johnson. That stops the clock with 42 seconds remaining in regulation. 3rd down and about 4 yards upcoming for the Generals.
Well, they got to concentrate on getting this first down and getting out of bounds as well. But at least if they can get the first down, hopefully they can spike the ball if they have that in their arsenal.
So in high school football, of course, the clock will stop on a first down, which you've got time to get your team back to the line of scrimmage. Here we are, twins left and right, single back set, quarterback scampering under pressure a little bit. He's got a man in the flat. He's still running, throws the ball back across his body. Number 12 catches the ball at about the 46-yard line. He's still advancing toward the goal line, still on his feet at about the 35-yard line, fumbles the ball, and the Red Wolves recover it at the 37-yard line.
You hate to see that, all that effort there. That was a great play on both parts, but the defense again just hit so hard right there. They did their job, caused the fumble, and they recovered it here at home.
A great scamper by the quarterback to make the completion. Number 12 reverses his field across, but the defense never gave up. Number 70, kudos to him for chasing the big guy down and forcing that fumble. Number 70, Alvarez for the Red Wolves, 26.8 seconds remaining in regulation. The Red Wolves football at the 37-yard line. No victory formation here for the Red Wolves as the public address announcer endures the students to call their parents to get their ride. Here we are, 26.8 seconds remaining. The quarterback takes a knee at the 31-yard line, a loss on the play, but the clock's running. It appears that the Generals are out of timeouts at this point. 17 seconds remaining as we count down, and the Red Wolves on the field are celebrating as they've won tonight's game 14-7. Still 5 seconds remaining on the clock. It's not official, but here in just a little bit, that's the end of the ball game.
And that's the game, man.
That's the game right there. The Red Wolves come back from a first half deficit and hold the Generals scoreless in the second half while putting up 8 points themselves to take the victory 14-7.
Well, we see who wanted it more, and that's what it came down to. I mean, the hitting and the execution of the plays. Both sides did very well in the second half, better than I had expected, or as good as I expected. We did talk about their intensity picking up, and it did. I think we saw where the cramps and things kind of hurt both team momentum-wise, but the energy itself picked up. The last 8 minutes of this game, phenomenal.
It lived up to its billing.
Yes, it did.
A Southside Classic.
Yes.
Not a high-scoring event, but kids from the Southside, from both schools, laying their hearts on the line with their friends that they're going to hang out with later on tonight or even tomorrow to be able to say, you know what, hey, hats off to you. You got us tonight. Which you're still my buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Oh, bragging rights for the next.
There you go. We get
you
to talk about this until the next time we play again.
Absolutely.
Right. So like I said earlier, it all comes down to this, and this is what it's come down to. We're going to take a break. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. We'll be back after this break. And we're back inside of CB Spiegel Stadium tonight's South Side Classic featuring the Capitol Hill Red Wolves and the U.S. Grant Generals. Tonight, the Capitol Hill Red Wolves outlasted the U.S. Grant Generals by the score of 14-6.
With Grant being ahead, and what a balance in how they were playing, even though it was, like you said, a lot of jitters, a lot of I don't want to say mistakes where they can grow on, but then the second half with a complete shutout from Capitol Hill, shutting out Grant the second half of the game and scoring 8 points to secure the game. So that's a one heck of a we could see some momentum and things building. You could see that, like you said, the pride from the South Side rivalry that they've got going on. And I think both teams will be better suited for what they're going to be doing, who they face next week. Because you said Grant is facing whom?
So Grant next week they play Southeast right here at this stadium.
Right.
For the South Side Bedlam.
Capitol Hill plays them. You mean?
No, Capitol Hill.
Just
so we'll figure all that out. Who plays who and
right.
what? Yeah, because who's on first and what's on second?
I don't know. It's
yeah,
on
so
third.
We'll get all that figured out and be able to tell you exactly what that looks like for next week. But let's get back here. Grant faces Southeast next week,
right?
And Capitol Hill faces Star Spencer.
Exactly. So I mean, they have some momentum both teams actually have some good momentum they can take into next week's game.
Actually, some positive outcomes. Although for the Generals, they fell a little short on the score tonight. However, they were able to put points on the board. Unlike last week, Capitol Hill bounces back from being trounced to being the victor tonight. The defense showed up mightily when they didn't last week, and so they can celebrate that, as well as U.S. Grant can celebrate the fact that, hey, we held them to 14, we put up 7 of our own, but we had some self-inflicted wounds where we gave the ball back, we turned the ball over, we penalties backed ourselves up and all of that. But there's some things positive things to be taken from that going forward.
Right.
So to recap tonight's scoring, A-Plus Lawn Service and owner Milo Wilson are offering Weed Killer Special for $49 for a standard home lot, front and backyard, or $225 per acre. Give them a call today at 405-767-3382. That's 405-767-3382. That's our scoring recap for tonight. Now it all comes down to this. We've got to name a player of the game. And we've talked about it.
Yes.
And we don't just have a player of the game. We've got co-players of the game.
Yes, we do.
And we're gonna award that to the running backs for Capitol Hill High School, Nasheed Flowers, who was injured and came back to finish the game.
Yes.
But while he was out, Treshawn Goolsby carried the load for the Capitol Hill Red Wolves.
He carried the mail so well it didn't miss a beat. I mean,
I
we
think
know
at one
how
time,
valuable
Yeah.
Mr. Flowers is.
Yeah.
But Goolsby did not lose a
players of the game tonight and Super Prep players of the game. So we've got 2 sponsors for player of the game, and we've got 2 players of the game.
Yeah, we just so happen to have 2 superheroes out there doing their thing. I mean, they really made an impact here. Like you said, the coaches on Grant were purely set on game strong like that says a lot.
Absolutely.
It says everything.
Absolutely.
And it's a testament to what they're trying to do over here at, like you said, what they're trying to do with their DAT, their
Discipline,
plan, their discipline, their
attitude and toughness.
And they explain they
displayed
showed
that tonight.
it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Our post-game sponsors tonight are SSM Health at St. Anthony's. Let the orthopedic experts at SSM Health and Bone and Joint Hospital help people get moving again. Call for an appointment today at 405-218-2530. That's 405-218-2530. Our co-sponsor for post-game is Metro Technology Centers. Metro Technology Centers offers great courses and programs that allow you to have a great career. Learn more at metrotech.edu. That's metrotech.edu. Well, partner, they're starting to turn the lights off here.
I guess that's our cue to go get some Big O's.
Big O's Pork and Dreams.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about Big Jim Dandy, who said, turn out the lights, the party's over.
Hey,
Dynamo
that's right.
Dandy. Well, it's been fun.
Man, it's
first
been
one in the
great.
books,
I
man.
loved it. I'm ready to do it again.
Well, we'll talk to the powers that be and see if we can't get on.
See if we can get one again.
Yeah. It may happen.
Right.
It may happen. Hey, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight's broadcast on 105.3 CBS Sports HD1. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony's and Metro Tech. From CB Spiegel Stadium, good night, everybody.
You're the dew, and I'm the max.
There it is.
All right, sir.